want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off.
Alrighty, and we are back. We're on again for another Friday night of fun and whatever else you want to call this that we do. I don't know if it's fun or torture or anything else, but you know, it brings us all together. So there's that.
Hysterics.
Exactly. So tonight we have a pretty packed panel, which is good. More the merrier. Unless there's too many, then it's not.
Hey.
And we just start kicking people, you know. All right, see you, tornado. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, kick me, kick me.
So I will go through and just introduce yourselves, everybody, because, you know, most of you are regulars. Some of you are not so regular. We will start with, let's start with Jen.
Well, hi everybody. You know me. It's me, Jen Morgan, and I am regular ever since I started Metamucil. It's really a wonderful drink.
Oh, God. Well then, thanks, Jen. From there,
Anytime.
we'll head on over to Mom NATO.
Hello, folks. I'm Mom NATO. I am the mother of Tornado in a Junkyard, and that's pretty much what I'm famous for.
That is more than
Baby
enough.
Pelt, doot, 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 doot.
Yes, my baby pelt.
Oh
You
boy.
couldn't even saying that online.
Sean, you traitor.
With that, I think we'll go over to Tornado.
Well, I'm the tornado in a junkyard, and I got myself a new space game called Avorion,
Baby
which is
pelt.
awesome and fun.
That is fun. We have, we'll go over to Sean.
Really? This
Yep.
is me. Hi, everybody. You know who I am.
Everybody knows Sean.
Yes.
From there, we'll pop on over to Terry.
Hello. Yeah, I'm the Aussie Perspective, also known as Terry. Yes, I do have a Discord, the Aussie Perspective, and I have a YouTube channel that I stream when fairly regular. And I have my main goal of the YouTube channel is to present information and technology-based information for people out there that are not so sure on what's going on.
And also
And-
to
and-
survive as your country burns around you.
Yes, while surviving. Yes.
There is that, you know. From that, so we have a couple of newer panel members, or at least not ones that have been on recently. So we'll hop on over to Furball.
Hey, I'm Furball. I'm not quite so regular. Unlike Jen, I've been trying to take Metamucil and prunes and stuff, but is my first time back since the new format. So thank you for letting me on. I apologize for the departure, but I've been in the middle of a moving across country and cross continents.
Hey, Furball, try Activia.
You like yogurt now.
Oh boy. And from there we'll go over to Hillel. Hillel, if I can pronounce
Yes.
it.
Hi, so I used to be regular, and now I'm back. So,
Thanks for the warning.
and I hope to be back for as long as I can.
Alrighty, and then looks like we have Chris Kelling in the chat here with us, but it doesn't say he has a mic hooked up. Do we have vocals from Chris Kelling? No,
Oh,
not
these
yet.
new people, I swear.
I know, right? We'll get our shit straight eventually, maybe someday.
Sorry, I had to mute myself. I needed to sneeze.
Well,
Bless you.
typically, aren't
Bless
I
you.
considered a new person or not?
I mean, you've been on for the last couple weeks.
Well, yeah, but there's also the fact of all the times I popped in before I had my
In the
computer
background.
set up. In the background, yeah.
Very true.
Starting
Well,
with a certain unfortunate squirrel.
Let's
You
not
haven't-
name
you
the
haven't-
public.
You haven't gone through the official hazing rituals, but
Yeah, you mean debunking
that'll
a
be
flat
more like
earther?
springtime.
Alright.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good.
So we don't have a whole lot of new
Solo
stuff
debunk.
going on at the moment. We have I've been working on a couple things. The new intro video was new tonight, but it very much like the old, just a couple of things tweaked here and there. So I've been working on that, been learning some more about how to work Premiere because, Adobe sucks. But so I've been working on that stuff. Have a pretty cool interview. Looks like it's going to be set up soon. Not a whole lot of details can go out on that, but
It's a surprise.
it is a surprise. But it's an actor and a science buff, and it'll be pretty cool, I think. So that's about it. Anybody else got anything else exciting going on?
No, I'm
No,
sorry.
nobody's exciting.
No, the most exciting thing
Let's
is
get to the wheel, dang it.
We shall.
midnight in Florida on the 3rd of the 4th of January now, and we have our doors and windows open.
Yeah, that's true. It was about 50 when I left work earlier, so it's strange.
Yeah, it was real
80.
feel of 90 degrees, and right now it's 67 with a real feel of 70.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
it's great.
But simply, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of eternal summers.
This is true.
Dick.
All right,
until a polar
so
vortex arrives, and then it's the land of chilling your ass off.
all right, so
right.
we're gonna go over to the wheel,
Oh
and
boy.
let us see what we have on the wheel tonight.
Please don't be Nathan Thompson.
We have Nathan Thompson on the wheel. We have
You
a
spoke too soon, Tornado.
cranial massage video. A
that
craniosacral
sounds painful.
massage.
I kind
Actually,
of just want to get that out of the way, to be honest.
and then we have a
Another video from
presumed
Madison-
fake ISS video. So
Fake ISS, fake ISS, fake ISS.
Cough, 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 parallax, cough, cough.
yeah. So Tornado, whenever you're ready, I'll spin the wheel.
Wheel of misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Oh, we have our craniosacral massage video.
Woo!
Yay, Tornado gets to learn a new way to play with hands.
Alrighty, well
This
that's
is the one where she puts her thumb up people's noses and stuff.
I think
Okay.
we'll see.
Ew.
Isn't that called a lobotomy?
Only
When
if you
properly
got
done.
a Egyptian hook.
Exactly. This is exactly. We're going back to the ancient times.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm.
Did they actually do that?
Yes, okay. When they were embalming somebody to turn them into a mummy, they would stick a hook up the person's nose, swirl it around till they hooked onto the brain, and then they'd pull it out their nose.
Chunk by chunk.
Chunk by chunk, yeah.
This
Thank you for
actually
all.
happened.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
Yes, they also, yes, it was part of their preservation stuff.
You can
That's how they
technically
make
do that to a
mummies.
live person too.
Okay, Furball, we don't
You can, but
don't,
they won't
don't
be
give
alive
the
when
youngster
you're done.
ideas.
That would
You
be
can
the
do it
Dahmer-
to a
the
live
Dahmer
person, but
technique.
you'll only be able to do it once.
Ew.
And
All right.
demonetized.
Yeah, right. That was a long time ago. Alright. So, let me just get everything set up here. Can you guys on the panel see the video?
Yes.
Move it.
Sort of.
I see something by Psych Truth.
Kinda.
Video. Oh god.
Or I guess I should say Psych Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
There. Now that I've
I-
pinned the video, I can see it. Don't forget to pin the video, people.
How do I pin the video on my phone?
Just gotta
No
will
fucking
yourself.
clue. No fucking clue.
Switch to active speaker.
Switch to secret hyperjets.
Alright. I think we're set up here to get going. If y'all are ready.
Are we going to let
Okay.
complete sentences go by tonight, or are we going to pick them apart after 2 words?
Probably pick them apart after 2 words. I mean, that would be the usual.
As is tradition.
This is talking about a craniosacral massage. I'm
feel like-
afraid I might turn into a blushing little school kid who thinks,
no.
he said,
I'm just gonna be here, just letting these positive vibes just wash over me.
I'm gonna be drinking alcohol and getting drunk as it happens.
You have the right idea.
I've got caffeine. What's
Different
your
strokes.
excuse?
Oh boy, that's even more dangerous.
I'm going to be fighting not to fall asleep over the dumb shit.
Well, this video is only about 9 minutes long, so we'll see
Oh,
if
God,
it takes us
that'll
only
take us
about
2
an
hours.
hour or so.
Alright.
I think
for
Are
we're...
you are you taking time dilation into effect with that hour?
No.
Moving on.
Alrighty, here we go.
Start the poor torture day.
Hi, my name is Athena Jezik. We're here for our next little series of videos today. Today we're going to do a little bit more work in explaining craniosacral therapy. So I have a skull with me so that this can be a little bit more clear to you. This work is so subtle that it's hard to tell exactly what's going on when my hands are on the head, so I'm going to use this colorful skull in order to help to explain things. The cranial work, as we followed in a earlier video, has to do with the cranial bones themselves. So we've gone over that, and we may do that a little bit more today, but primarily what I wanted to show today is there is a part of cranial work that deals with getting the small bones inside of the mouth corrected, which helps with sometimes with severe headaches, a lot of things with the dental work that's done, temporomandibular dysfunction, having a difficult time with maybe...
There we go.
Also, yeah,
I have a question.
Yes, Mom NATO.
If she's doing a cranial massage, explain to me why the woman on the bed is naked and covered with a blanket.
Our
honestly, I
very
think
good
she's- I
friend.
think- Remember earlier we were talking about the
It's her
embalming
comfort
process.
level.
I mean,
What?
You know,
Said the person on. Please
there's
say
a
the person
simple
on that's
answer to
laying
this.
down's alive.
There's a very simple answer to this. Sex sells.
yeah, I know, but I mean, she's not going to be touching the woman's
How do you know?
torso.
I mean,
That's in the
you
second
know,
half of the video that's on a different tube channel.
this is
Okay.
true. And, Hillel had your hand up. What's up?
Yes, so I mean, I feel like most of this can just be covered with, like, obviously, I feel like what part of, at least, you know, most of what she's saying is just going to be a sort of evidence or GTFO sort of things, like, I guess, you know, pressing these specific parts of the head makes you, I don't know, I relieves a headache, makes you ascend to godlyhood, and, I don't know, grow an extra arm out of God knows where.
God.
You know, all these sorts of things about, you know, how it's great for your health and all
Maybe
that.
that's
I
why
suppose it
she's
can
got the
kind of
towel
all
on.
cover under the umbrella of either, you know, have an actual citation for that or, like, don't even bother saying it. So.
Well, now, I have had to help my mom when she had migraines, and I'd rub her temples and across the back of her neck.
Oh no, it's like I don't doubt that. It's
worked,
just that I feel like this is going to take it to a level which is not quite
okay.
as.
I would just like to point out that something Hill said kind of ties in with what Mom NATO said. The whole growing the arm out of someplace else might be why the towel's there.
Maybe.
Anyway, hi, Chris Kelling.
That or she's going to be growing a third boob.
I'm not.
I would
sure.
not be.
I'm open-minded.
I would not be averse for that effect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don, do you want to speak to that actually?
Hey, does it matter that I raised my hand, or are we just going to ignore that?
We'll just ignore that. Oh, hey, Jen.
Okay, just checking. Well, she said that she's going to manipulate the bones in the mouth. The brain only has 7 moving parts.
Yeah.
3 in each ear and 1 in the jaw. The rest of it is just a big fused mass of one bone. There are no separate bones of the brain.
You can just make her mouth move up and down.
Oh boy, and then we got Chris Kelling with a hand up, and hello, Chris Kelling.
Hello, and since I arrived late, just checking to make sure audio is going along, and don't masseuses usually say undress to your comfort level, so maybe that's where she is?
Yeah, but this woman isn't technically a masseuse.
I don't know what
But
she
is that the
But
instructions?
she plays one on
for like
YouTube,
a
I
foot
mean.
rub?
They're just
True.
very good friends. Let them go.
Because it's between 2 consenting adults.
Mark Beiser in
And
the
the rest
chat
of the
says, I don't question why she is naked, but I am disappointed by the blanket.
Well, this might be just a consultancy, so the blanket might be necessary.
True. All right. Shall we continue?
Okay.
Indeed.
Suckling, if they're infants, or swallowing, different things like that involves different bones of the body, or
No
bones
comments.
inside of the skull that are tiny
spot to
to
start with.
lock down and create a bit of a problem. And those bones can't always be released from the cranium. So with
Drink,
that,
drink.
that's what
I think that was a tornado first.
Those bones can become, the tiny bones can become locked? Did she actually just say that?
I think so.
That's not even wrong. It's fractally wrong. Seriously, the 3 bones, they don't really move at all anyway. The only bones that actually move are the ones in your ear. And those do so just to transmit sounds into your ear so we can hear this dumb shit.
Mom NATO with the hand up.
I would be concerned that by loosening those bones and unlocking them from where they're supposed to be, that you could cause damage to a person's brain. You know, the brain is a very delicate organ, and the skull is there to protect that organ. So if you unlock it from where it's supposed to be, that's what soft spots are.
True. This is very true. All right,
So
we'll go
she
back
could
to our stupid.
Causing somebody to risk brain hemorrhaging. Okay, I'm done.
Whoops. Screwing with Windows here. Hold on one second. There we go. All right. Back we go to the stupid.
what we're going to be doing. I do want to explain one more thing. The most important bone is the sphenoid bone, which is this yellow bone here, which you can see from the inside. It covers all of the bones in some capacity. It's in touch with all of them. That bone comes onto the base of the skull. It looks like this, taken away underneath. It's the red and the blue bone where they're together here. Okay. what the natural motion of this is what is working with the cranial system. It's like a little pump here. It moves forward and backward. Now, if this particular bone gets off in any way, shape, or form, sideways or anything like that, particularly sideways, that's when our teeth don't hit square, because the bone is sitting sideways, so the jaw is going to be out of place. So basically the work today is going to be in...
Yes, Tornado?
Is this true, or is she just making this up?
I'll give you a hint. She's making stuff up.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
Not like
Because
we've ever
that
seen that
bone-
before.
Those two bones look like they're fused together.
Mm-hmm.
It's the vertebrae that do the moving, not the bones in the skull.
Terry's got his hand up. What's up, Terry?
Yeah, when she was talking there, maybe I wasn't listening too good, but when she grabbed the skull and started moving the lower jaw, I just had this phrase, "Oh, poor Yorick, I knew him well."
Ah, yes, from Hamlet.
Oh, perfect.
Oh boy.
Whether it is nobler to... Oh, never mind.
Does that mean she's becoming Hamlet?
That's going into the soliloquy anyway.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Do we ever?
Did you lose your window?
I did lose my window. Hold on. Ah, I lost my window.
Oh
Okay.
no, that sucks.
Oh, no.
Wonder why they're not
Too
showing
many
up
screens.
Use the door instead.
either. I get it. Too many
This is a
screens
meeting.
because it's a screen window.
Is that the one you were looking for?
Yeah, but oh well. I don't know why the Zoom chat's not working on the live stream, so people can't see y'all. So, FYI.
Oh, that's weird.
We're here.
They can hear you.
us?
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
As
There
long
we
as they
go.
can hear us, we're good.
balancing the jaw, balancing the mouth, and opening up some of those bones in the nasal area and the hard palate of the mouth. Okay, so to start with, for mouth work we use a glove. It's better to use than non-powder.
Now I know why she's undressed.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
You have your hand up, Tornado. I'll go over to you.
I'm sorry. Did she just say something about? My other question is about the jaw. The whole thing about the jaw being out of place. No, that's just a difference with the mandible, not the other parts of the jaw, not the other parts of the damn skull.
Yeah.
If someone's mandible is a little smaller than the rest of the skull, then of course they're gonna have an overbite. This is simply physics. Actually, it's not even physics; it's basic anatomy and physiology.
Mom
This
NATO, you got
woman-
your hand up?
Is not qualified to teach physiology.
Okay. I would be more worried about her patient biting her. Since she's
I was
sticking her
thinking the same
fingers
thing.
in her mouth. Because I know my instinct, if somebody hurts me and they've got their fingers in my mouth, I'm going to bite down. And it's not on purpose, but I'm going to bite as hard as I can. So,
There's a naked
you
in the
know,
chat.
Where?
is she equating that glove also
top.
like a condom?
I think so.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
So I'm not going to say it. Nope, I am not going to say it. I'm going to be a good tornado.
Okay, baby pelt. Hush.
Oh boy.
It has begun.
No naughty talk with mommy and son here.
Alrighty, let's anyway, with that, we'll continue the video.
Oh, I know why we're not
Flavored
showing.
ones only create more activation of the saliva glands, so I don't recommend using flavored ones. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go inside of the mouth on...
Where the hell do people get flavored gloves?
That would be the adult video star.
I was gonna say they're not really called gloves, but
the same place you get edible underwear and flavored condoms.
Such an innocent mom, NATO.
A flavored glove is called a rubber,
No, it's called a condom.
which is also called a rubber.
Let's get technically correct here. It's a prophylactic.
It's a prophylactic device.
There you go.
When a boy loves a girl,
Oh my god.
make a baby.
Shut up! You're killing me. Oh God. All right, we can continue on with.
oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you.
Does God have to use condoms?
Oh my God. Anyway, moving on.
He needs to. So.
We're doing all the moving on now.
The biting surfaces of the teeth right here. We're going to be looking for the rhythm, which is going to be an expansion and a bringing back. That's the way the mouth moves. It moves up and down,
Obviously.
the cruciate suture, moving out and in. This being the hard palate on top, out and in. Okay?
Drink.
So by doing...
Yes, Jen?
I was just going to ask the guys on the panel if that rhythm and biting down really does help.
Not for massaging. At least not on her end.
Actually,
Well-
I just got some mac and cheese, and I can confirm it is very useful.
Oh yes,
Hello,
'cause
you
gotta eat
innocent
soft stuff
person.
at this point.
Giggity.
Yes, drink.
Yes,
Terrible.
Tornado.
I'd like to know if she's ever eaten anything.
Probably not. I'm gonna
Dude,
go with a probably no.
I'm not
Do I
touching
need
that
to
one.
rephrase that?
Phrasing.
Your mother is here.
Oh boy.
I wasn't trying to be naughty.
You realize where you are.
Hi.
All I said was, did she ever try eating anything?
All right,
I think he's a little.
I was
He's
referring
very
to
innocent.
actual food.
he's very
Oh,
innocent.
food.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Chris Kelling had his hand up.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind, sorry.
I was kind of wondering, is that actually a real person, or is that a Recessiani she has on the table?
That looks pretty real.
I don't know. I haven't seen her blink yet, so.
Oh, she
Well,
did,
her eyes are closed.
Her eyes are closed, so.
yeah, no, she did actually open her mouth and lick her lips earlier, so yes,
doubt
it's
it.
a real
It's
person.
just a
In
mirage.
anticipation for the flavored glove, or what?
It's
Maybe.
CGI.
Pavlovian effect.
That's the look of a person that's heavily sedated.
No, probably heavily high, so she doesn't react to what the woman do.
I was being politically correct with sedated.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Why be
She's
politically correct?
let's just say she's off in another dimension, and leave it at
Let's say
that.
minimally conscious.
Well, the of course her masseuse is demented, so you know I would hope she's in another dimension because otherwise this could be very very painful.
Can the minimally conscious consent to cranial touching?
No. So technically, isn't this sexual harassment?
No. They make you sign a paper before.
Okay.
You sign a waiver.
Okay.
Yeah, the cranial touching is somewhere down there in the fine print.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm breaking
What's the
things.
definition of cranial?
Having to do with your crane.
Moving on.
Hold on, she's in the middle of breaking a window.
Hold on, I'm breaking things again.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Because I can. I'm
Because
fixing.
she's trying to figure out how this lady's trying to adjust the upper jaw.
Oh, Crypto Force 57 calls the woman the cranium rapist.
Oh my god, no.
All right. I think that's better. What do you think?
Penetration.
All right. I fixed
far
it.
are we into this?
Now they can see
That's what
everybody.
she said.
Don't hit that button.
All right, I fixed it. Now the Zoom chat is visible again to the world.
Yay.
Now I'm happy. Okay, now I gotta figure out how the hell to get back. Hold on.
Alt-tab?
Hold up. I'm alt-tabbing my heart out here.
Yeah, it's Alt F4.
Now look. All right, here we go.
There's
Ready?
that Windows button. It's just like power. There's a button that looks like a power. Just hit that. Just hold on to it. Real
Yeah,
tight.
yeah. Anyway, here we go.
Let's be
Now, with the
torment
person,
or
is you have them drop their chin. You go in on the biting surfaces.
Yes, might hurt.
And then you go to that rhythm, that
I'm sorry.
expansion.
Oh, God.
And so it's a flexion and extension.
Can she breathe?
Rhythm with
Drink.
Yes.
Yeah, she must be heavily sedated because she's got her fingers in a position that would cause most people to gag.
Ugh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't look deep enough yet.
I don't know. Either way, this woman is.
I mean, at least she's wearing protection.
And some people don't have the same sensitivity gag reflex, and they can put rather large things in their mouth.
I guess. I know that would be me choke and gag. Oh, there's my puppy dog.
Furball, you got your hand up.
Well, that was a non sequitur.
I didn't realize that cranial massage involved internal massage.
It shouldn't.
You
That's
gotta
why
get
the
the
woman's
inside of the cranio.
Yeah.
She is a cranial rapist after all. So
Apparently.
No, right there. Yeah, there, he was right.
I mean, I to be honest, I was not expecting cranial penetration.
yes, exactly.
Beach 8 in the chat says face fisting.
I need to call drink on Hillel. No, cranial penetration is when you have an iron rod get jammed through the orbit of your eye and into your brain.
Again,
That's
Tornado.
cranial penetration.
Again, Tornado, this is just you being inexperienced.
Yes.
Sean, why would you phrase it like that?
Furball, you still got your hand up. More to add.
Oh, I don't know how. I'm on my phone. Don't. Hands down.
Okay.
Hand check.
Whew. Yeah, no hand checks. Alright. Hold on. Alt-tabbing. Or was it Alt
Get the
F4?
fingers out of there. Get the fingers out of there.
She's just holding in there.
Here we go. Back to fingers.
Paused.
sphenoid bone.
Breathe.
And there's a couple other directions that you take it to check to see how the range of motion is at the spinobasilar junction. And you can get a pretty good
Breathe.
feel as to how the balance of the body is. The spinobasilar junction is this joint right down here where the blue and yellow meet. Right there. That's an important joint. Okay, the
Great.
next one of this.
What was the purpose of the penetration?
She's wanting to see how that fused joint bent.
Yes, the joint that
Okay.
is not really a joint.
Yeah.
Unless
woman
you're
on the table.
smoking it.
And it's fused, so it's going to move.
She can't be alive. I haven't. She hasn't breathed.
I'm not real sure.
Maybe she's checking for lockjaw.
I just think this is just a way
I don't
to
know.
train people's gag reflex for human trade.
I'd have paid money to watch her just lock down and lop off a couple fingers.
Oh boy.
Nice grip.
Onward we go.
So, come here.
Is you go underneath on the outside of the cheeks or outside of the teeth. You're underneath the cheek and pulling outward. That's going to give some expansion between the maxilla, the zygomatic artery.
You can't get underneath the cheekbones. What is she doing? Ripping into the woman's muscles?
tears her apart.
Actually, I'm looking around in there right
Maybe
now,
the
and I
woman-
can kind of get there.
I swear I saw this as a fatality in Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god.
I think you're right.
Either that, or maybe the woman's secretly a chipmunk.
Maybe.
Did I just hear Tornado said he's stuck his finger and he's looking for the bone?
Moving on.
Anyway.
Tornado, come here.
All right.
Oh no.
Don't do it, Tornado. She'll rip you apart.
Yes, NA, that is a fur ball. She said, NA says, I'm late. Was that fur ball? I said, yes, that is a fur ball.
It is.
It is furball, it not was.
True.
I'm
It is,
still in the
was.
present.
They're the same thing. But now you're in the past.
Here.
And the present.
And the future. Look,
No,
you're
he
still
will
there.
be in the future.
Now the past.
Oh, God, cat. You are fucking heavy.
All right.
These are all in the past. These are all in the past.
I wish we could go back to the past before we started this. Alrighty. Are we ready to continue?
Icarus has a question.
Where?
What is this all about? Someone, please try and summarize this.
You get drunk as fast as possible.
I'm not really. I can't really explain it.
It's how to destroy someone from the inside out.
I think it was an advertisement for flavored gloves.
Maybe.
No, get it right. It was an advertisement for Mortal Kombat.
I still think it's a training program for human trafficking.
Fatality.
I haven't really decided what it is yet.
Cat, make up your mind.
All right. We shall get back to the stupid then.
Arch of the zygoma, and it's going to give some expansion there and help to open up a little bit of the nasal bones. Anything else? What? Small.
Drink.
Yeah, we get it.
Open up the nasal bones.
Bones.
They're all fused.
Also known as sinuses. And how do you get to the sinuses from there?
Also known as if you mess with a person's nasal passages, you can cause them permanent breathing issues, not to mention send the cartilage up into the brain.
Well, this woman clearly doesn't breathe, so I don't see there being a problem.
I just hope she doesn't stick her finger up her nose.
Damn it, Hill, now I'm going to have to do a pixel count.
The nasal bone is connected to the sinus bone. To the finger bone.
Oh,
The finger
man.
bone is inserted through the mouth bone.
One more time. There are 22 bones to the brain that all fuse during the months of infancy. Some taking as much as a year to completely fuse. They do not move. At best, they have small openings for blood vessels and nerves that pass between the brain and the other areas. The sinus regions are enclosed within the brain. The bone is very thin, but it is there and provides a barrier for the brain. Nothing moves in the brain except the jaw. Yes, the ear bones move, but they're not really considered part of the brain and that structure. They're part of the ears. This woman is so full of shit. Craniosacral massage. Does she know what sacral refers to? Sacral is the bottom of your back in your pelvis area.
Yeah.
This woman is so full of crap. It's not funny.
God.
I'm done.
She's so powerful. She's massaging her lower back all the way from up there.
Yeah, apparently.
Glober Mom says. Glober Mom says
we
if
don't
she
know what
sticks
she-
her fingers in the woman's
Sorry.
mouth and her fingers come out her nose, I'm out.
They're going to say they come out of your
Guys,
back.
no. This isn't a video on a craniosacral massage. This is a video on a craniorectal inversion.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what it is yet, but
Pick her up like a 6-pack.
oh boy. All right, here we go.
This might be a Mortal Kombat.
It might be. Here we go. We'll go back to the stupid.
Oh,
Nose
God.
and mouth area. So by that we
no,
just
She doesn't
bring
have a glove on.
Oh, please
chin
don't.
down
Oh, yeah, she does. Okay.
and underneath the cheek, and then pull it open this direction.
If I wanted something
And
like
then
that,
the
then I
same
could
thing
go to
on
the
other
dentist.
side.
Why so
and
serious?
Cheek,
You're bleeding because you don't floss.
and getting up, kind of hooking your finger in there under that arch, And then slowly and gently, without very much pressure, just expand it outward.
Drink.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's not asked and answered.
Yeah, we
Asked
get it.
and
Like,
answered.
you
Plus,
can't
if
do
you were to
that
do
to a
that,
person.
if you were to do that to someone, I guarantee they'd be biting down.
Yeah. Here we go.
And then we bring our finger out. Okay. Next, we're going to be inside of the mouth on the hard palate, back where the palate.
She swallowed.
What's her phone number?
Thank you.
Keeper. She's a keeper.
Well, first of all, she didn't swallow while the finger was still in her mouth.
True.
You have to wait till after you. You have to wait till you take your finger out of your mouth before you swallow.
Sometimes you got to get a breath before you can swallow.
Depends on the load.
Oh my god.
Moving on.
Moving on.
With a finger, you've got extra space in there. So, but you know that.
Anyway.
What palatine is, which is these three bones that come together back here. And the finger's going to go. It's going to be an outward, forward,
Wait, what did she call
backward,
it?
and inward
Palpatine?
movement. By doing that, you do the same thing. You drop that, bringing the finger in, and expanding outward and downward.
Out and down, you're going to break some.
And I'm going quite rapidly for purposes of demonstration.
Hold on, drink.
Sometimes I will.
You must be close to the end.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, but they say that on her website she literally uses her skills as a ballet dancer and figure skater as justification for her medical expertise. At what point do you either ballet dance or figure skate with your mouth?
You're kidding!
Clearly she did all that ballet with her fingers.
Oh, wait a minute, I get it. She was trained by J.M. Truth, right?
I think she went to the same school.
Wait. Does she actually use that as references for her medical degree?
Apparently, I mean, I haven't seen her website, but
Or
you know.
her medical expertise is that she was a ballet dancer and a figure skater?
Medical expertise, yes, not a
Not a degree.
degree.
But
If that's her medical expertise, she should ask for her money back.
really, I mean, holy shit.
She doesn't have a master's of science, she has a master's of
I've got
fingering.
more medical expertise than this woman because I went to college for medical transcription and we have to go through medical classes.
You ever do ballet?
No.
Oh, then you're
Nice.
qualified. Sorry.
Grey's Anatomy, and I have
Oh,
more medical
boy.
expertise than this woman now.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy is an excellent book to read. That's where I get my knowledge from nurses training and stuff.
Chris
Where was this
Costolis
at?
wants to know if this is a quickie. Yeah, this is a quick video. I'm sure that's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Speaking of which,
Don't
how
worry,
long
I'm
do we
sure
have
we're-
left on it?
Don't worry, I'm sure we're close to
3
completion.
minutes.
I feel like we
Doorknob
really
Head
reached
had
the,
a
I feel like
question,
we
though.
really reached
What,
the
Doorknob?
climax.
Yeah, Doorknob Head had a question. Will this video culminate in a wet spot? Never mind.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Demonetized.
I think we'll move on.
Wait on the bone 5 to 10 minutes for it to move if it's been traumatized
10 minutes,
or
you're
it's in a
5 to 10 minutes.
Somebody's mouth?
situation.
Ew.
Did she just say wait for the bone
People
to
have
move?
false teeth
Yes.
or bite plates. Be sure that they know that they may not fit the same way afterwards because the shape of the mouth does change.
Drink!
Yes.
Oh God.
She's claiming that she can make your teeth move.
Braces are no longer needed.
Yeah, really. I mean, that she must have magical, invisible, what are they called? Alignment abilities.
Invisalign.
Invisaligns, yes. In her fingers.
It's going to be really awkward walking around with her fingers in your mouth all day, though.
Yeah, exactly.
For 6 to 9 months, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Every part of this is just terrible.
That's not quite the word I would use.
Why do we keep stopping with her fingers jammed in this chest?
Because we did call it cranial penetration earlier.
This shot is framed so terribly.
Let's just, ask the answer. Let's move on from this stupidity.
He says it's just Al, by the
I
way.
saw that.
So that we can get on to the next video.
And then we let it out.
I don't know. I might need a cigarette after this one.
More on the mouth. We go along the cruciate
Stop,
structure.
stop. Would you like to know something interesting about the skull? See that hole back there?
Uh-huh.
That dark circle? That's where the spinal cord comes through.
Mhm.
And if you ever hear, like in auto racing, when Dale Earnhardt died, he hit the wall and died. And people go, well, it didn't look like that much of a hit. How did he die?
He severed
The
his
head
spinal cord.
begins to separate from the vertebrae and pulls the brain through that hole. And it's pretty much instant death.
It's called an internal decapitation.
That's correct.
Yes.
Slurp.
Okay.
Don't say slurp while somebody's got their fingers shoved in your mouth.
Well, the brain has the consistency of oatmeal, right?
I think the calf brain, I've never touched human. Imagine they're pretty similar.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a soft roll, yeah.
Moving on.
Please.
Which is in the middle of the mouth, and we're going to be right at the edge of the soft palate and hard palate, and that is going to be affecting what's called the vomer, which is the nasal bone that's deep inside here.
Oh, she's going to
and
deep throat now.
There, but that'll correct the nasal bone. When you have infants that cannot suckle, it's because this vomer is festering a cranial.
At least, if nothing else, she's wearing protection.
Hey, it's flavored too.
No, she said it was unflavored. That's even worse. I'd rather have a flavored thing than unflavored.
Amazing.
Mom, you want to rephrase that?
No.
Tornado, maybe you should leave for the rest of this.
Chris Kelling, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I've heard of a deviated septum, but I don't think this is how you fix it. You know?
Not really.
Furball with the hand up.
I just want to ask, when the wheel hit cranial massage, was there anyone on the panel that thought that was an internal massage?
Only I, because I actually watched this beforehand. Unfortunately, the best part is I watched it at work.
Does she do the exercise where you take a spike about 8 inches long, 1/4 inch diameter, and put it through the nose to the back of the mouth? Oh, never mind.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Is that what you're getting at?
No, that would be
God, I
upward
haven't heard that since middle
through
school.
the eye socket.
Why are we getting even more disgusting than the video? What's
Well, just to be fair for all, the ending of the title of this video is called Mouthwork.
True.
That wasn't on the wheel.
False advertising.
For
Surprise!
good reason.
So let's finish this
Stuff.
Whatever it is.
act of torture.
Here we go.
Check if there's an infant that has a difficult time suckling. Swallowing the same thing. And there you just give the
I have to call
bone a
Drake.
little
I have to.
Do you have to call it now?
Yes. Because I'm sorry, I'm a mom. I know all about infant suckling. It has nothing to do with their soft and hard palates. It's a instinctive reaction. Babies don't have a hard time suckling. They have a hard time latching on. There's a difference.
would you like to tell us about your personal experience and the other individuals that may have suckled up or latched on?
Furball.
Baby Pelt never.
Baby pelt. Do.
You brought it up.
He was a bottle baby, unfortunately.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I decide there's about 3 grams or less of pressure. Sometimes the bones will move just with an energetic.
Drink. Drink. Oh, okay.
I think Sean got that one first.
Okay.
Sorry, Al.
I'm just gonna say, how accurate is her fingers to know when she's putting on exactly 3 grams of pressure?
A Lincoln head
All in her
penny weighs
head.
3 grams.
Yeah, it's 3 grams of something going on here. I'm pretty sure it's not finger pressure. Anyway,
The
next.
woman's quack, so take everything with a lump of salt. Not a grain of salt, a lump of salt.
Well, that's
A lump of something.
Himalayan salt.
Just really, she is. I'm sorry. I would not want somebody so full of shit to have their fingers in my mouth. Thank you.
No, I agree with you.
Tornado, you got your hand up?
Yeah, grams is not a unit of pressure. It is a unit of mass. So she's not even wrong. You can't put 3 grams of pressure on something because pressure is force divided by area, not a measure of mass. So saying put 3 grams of pressure on something is not even wrong.
It does
Also, how exactly do you know how to put on 3 grams per inch of pressure?
You shouldn't mix units. That would be 3 grams per centimeter.
3 grams per square centimeter. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
she pushes down on a scale to find out how much 3 grams of pressure would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then-
obviously this woman is. I mean, she did ballet, so we know she's a very well-practiced medical professional.
Bullshit!
Moving on.
Years of experience.
All right, here we go.
I want to see her do a plie in this woman's mouth.
Moving on.
What about a
Distance from it, where there's actually a space between your finger and the bone, and you can still feel it move. It's pretty awesome, and this goes into a little torque direction as well, just to make sure that the range of motion is all really good. And then the last one is we're going to go back in and we're going to check the balance of it again. So that's on the biting surfaces. And the rhythm is good.
Drink. I think she misspelled that. She used an N instead of a Z.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't do it for very long, she had a number of changes that did happen in her mouth. So that is how we do basic mouth work in craniosacral therapy.
Oh my god.
If you liked this video, we have...
Thank God.
So
shoot
there,
the bitch.
I feel
that was
dirty after watching that. God.
That was fun.
That's one word for it.
I honestly feel like that was a spin the wheel of woo and make something up. I couldn't have made that up myself.
So
Hey, it only took us 45 minutes to go through the 9-minute video.
I do got a question though.
Next week, could we do the video on rectal massage?
I was just about to mention that because I'm wondering if she starts dealing with like lower back injuries, does she go internally that way?
I'm beginning to wonder.
She just goes straight through the lower back.
Oh God!
So I didn't need any incisions for my spinal fusion. She could have done it all internally.
Ooh.
This is why the terrorists hate us.
The worst part is that even though she's working the lower back, she still reaches in through the mouth.
Oh my God!
It's even worse when they're working the mouth but go in through the lower back.
Alright, shall we spin the wheel again, or should we just pick one? What do you prefer?
Oh, spin the wheel.
Wheel of misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us what more stupid we should burn.
Well, you gotta show it. There you go.
I gotta wipe that
Where'd it
last
go?
one from my memory.
Not Nathan Thompson. Not Nathan Thompson. Not Nathan Thompson.
It's easier to make fun of him, though.
Nathan Thompson!
Okay, Tornado, I think you need to just stop just rooting for something, because whatever that is means we all lose.
Seriously.
Is there honestly a winner, though?
No.
Fair point.
After that last video, I would rather go
God.
back to the Chakra Lady and watch it.
I'm sure we could find more from the chocolate lady.
Yeah, we need to, because that was so much fun for my first video.
It was definitely something. I mean, that was your first one, Mom NATO?
Yeah, everybody thought I was keeling over dead a couple of points.
Alright.
What can I say?
Heat Shield thinks we need to do Jeranism because we've avoided him for so long.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
I was
it's been a
actually
while.
looking for, I was looking for some new Jeranism to put on the wheel. Well, maybe we'll do
Is
that.
he still relevant?
No.
Exactly. Is he still?
There's still new
What's he up to
videos.
nowadays?
Yeah, but he's doing nothing but live streams because
Yeah.
he's been pretty much abandoned by the entire flat Earth community
Wait,
Whoa.
really?
I mean, ever since Interesting.
ever since Interesting.
What?
You know, he's no longer part of FE Core, probably not by
Really?
choice. You
They
know,
dropped
his
they
his
dropped-
PayPal was
they dropped-
seized.
Wait, hold on. They dropped Jeranism and picked up Riley.
No, he's just their legal
God.
representative. He's not on the board of directors.
God. Very crazier than I thought.
I haven't touched a Riley video yet because I still gotta have
Oh,
him back
good.
on for
Good.
I still gotta have him back on for the second cold moonlight debate. So
Mm.
Yeah, since he doesn't like to go out and actually go out on the clear and ice because, you know, that's just too inconvenient for him.
I'm
You,
scared
you need to
to
do the peeing in a bottle video.
No.
What?
No.
Oh God.
For bullshit.
Peeing in a bottle.
I don't want
just
to.
What
whipped
would you
it out.
rather do? The egg video or the peeing in a bottle?
Who's farting?
right?
Sorry, it's
Hold
the
on,
chair.
I'm
I
thinking.
inherited it from Side Stretch, I guess. I don't know.
Apparently. All right.
Sounds
I
like a
think.
kazoo.
Are we all set for this next?
I think we can stall a little bit longer.
Can we?
No, we've got to move on with the stupid.
Bring on Hobo Thompson.
Let's not move on. Let's not move on to the stupid. My brain hurts already.
But there's so much stupid.
Like I said, my brain hurts already. I went to the doctor today. My brain hurts.
The
I
only
gotta
way
pick
to
up
rid
some rocket
yourself of
fuel. I'll be right back.
You need oven.
The
This,
ol-
this is what the oven mitts are for.
I
The
don't have
only
an
way to
oven
rid
mitt.
yourself of stupid is to turn off the internet.
I don't have an
Yes,
oven
mine
mitt.
is ready.
Tornado has the oven mitt, not me. I have a coffee cup.
That's true.
I have my Size Strike coffee mug that he delivered himself when he came down
Oh.
to us. So.
Speaking of which, I forgot about that. There is new Size Strike merch up on the
Oh,
Teespring.
you gotta mention the logo.
Yes, the new logo from Tornado here. So thank you for that, Tornado. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He did a good
Did
job.
he also do the first draft?
Yes, the one
The,
with
the one that
Pikachu
made
tail.
Buster look like Pikachu?
Yes.
The thing he did was he didn't use on the final product. He didn't use the metallic palette. So if you change the colors to metallics, it'll turn gold again.
I think it was just positioning.
And you changed where the lightning bolt was at on
Yeah, the way he had it angled, it looked like a tail on Buster. So it looked like
Yeah.
a Buster Pikachu clone.
It was cute.
It was a disgrace.
Shut up!
That reminds me, I still need my Size Strike oven mitt.
You know,
I want an oven mitt.
I want a coffee mug.
Then we'd have a matched pair here.
this is true. Did I post that here? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can
Why'd you
find
call that a disgrace?
the
John?
link.
Because
I told you we could,
Pokemon should not be
stall
mixed
a
with
bit longer.
science.
I
Ever.
told you we could stall a bit longer.
We can actually. We're doing pretty good at it. Thanks.
I learned from the best.
If any of all the modded people in the live chat here, if any of my mods in the live chat
You mean
have
all of
the
them?
yeah, exactly. If any of you have the link for the Teespring, if you could post it in the chat, because I can't find it right this second. Logged into a different computer and it's not saved here.
Gucci bed hair. Wow.
Where would that be?
It was
Maybe
in
post on
Discord,
Facebook.
and yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking through it. I'll
but I don't want to break things, so I better not look too hard.
I got it. Give me a second.
Fuck you, I'll get it first.
It's a race.
That's our video before we.
Oh, he's gonna win, I can tell.
Oh. This is a challenge now.
Alright, in the meantime, I'm getting our video prepped here.
Fuck, how do you spell Teespring?
T-E-E.
T-E-E-E?
No, T-E-E. T-E-E.
Oh, the echo got it. You got an extra E in there.
Got it.
No, you didn't. You're wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. They sound like they're going at it to have sex with somebody.
And here's the funny bit. Furball's working off of a phone.
This is true. Furball is doing this from his phone, and he's still
working
beating
at a
you.
disadvantage, and he's still beating me.
Yeah.
No, not beating.
Furball
Beat. Past
spammed
tense.
it. So.
Yeah,
Beat-
he
beated.
Like 5
He
times.
beated you.
He beated you. Oh boy. Anyway, that's the Teespring for the Psy Strike merch. So if anybody wants to check it out, there's multiple colors for everything. Cause
I
you
win.
know.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I was actually wondering what I'd get out of this whole thing anyway.
Yeah, I thought about one of those pink T-shirts because I like it.
Yes, for panel members there will be perks and things like that, and there's perks for there's actually perks for Patreons, which is pretty cool. Patrons, Patron.
Oh my god.
I kind of like the pillow too. That's cute.
Right, the pillow is cute. So there's perks to being a patron as well. The link for that is in the description. Coupon codes and free stuff. Free T-shirts and things.
Would they be free shirts?
Stuff and things. They're not free shirts. They're T-shirts.
Oh,
Anyway, so let's
Free
get
shirts
into.
is what the last chick in the last video was wearing. It's called a towel.
Complimentary.
Or is that shirt free?
It's true. All right, are we ready for Nathan Thompson?
No, but
No.
I mean, whoever is, but
It's just so I can mentally prepare myself. What is this called?
this is the $100,000 challenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, this one. Is that the one you were talking about, Tornado?
No, that was Kent Hove. That was a $10,000 challenge.
Okay.
this
But
is
there
from.
was another $100,000 challenge put out by Flat Out Hero, which is the one I was talking about, I think.
No, this is a new one.
Wait, isn't
Oh,
that one
no.
isn't that the one that Wolfie did like 3 times?
Yeah, Tornado beat
And
both
McToon.
of them and proved
I mean-
it, and they just kept saying,
No,
"Oh,
Wolfie.
this is wrong. This is wrong." Yeah.
No, Wolfie, MC Toon, and somebody else all legitimately won the challenge, but he kept on moving the goalpost to say that they didn't.
Of course.
They did the same thing to Tornado too. So, which one is Nathan Thompson?
The one that looks like he's living out of a van.
Yeah, it's the one,
He's
it's
the
the one in
guy
the back
who
with the
harassed
yeah, exactly. It's the one in the back.
NASA employee at the Starbucks.
No, Nathan Thompson is the one with the sunglasses.
Okay.
He's the more hobo of the 2 hobos.
The other one is Flat Earth Millionaire, apparently.
Okay, well. Neither one
Is that descriptive or
they're
prescriptive?
Scrubbies. They're scrubs.
That's yeah. Anyway, here we go.
Oh boy.
It is kind of chilly, huh?
It is.
All right, so I'm out here, unknown location in Texas, meeting up with my buddy here. He used to go by T-Stew.
Really?
We're only
Yes,
a.
when he
Come
says
on,
unknown
Tornado.
location in Texas, never underestimate the power of weapons-grade autism.
Or zooming in and reading that license plate.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah, I
we
think I
go.
recognize that tree in the background there, actually.
144,000?
That was Instagram, but it's always been T-Stew.
T-Stew. And so check him out now, Flat Earth Millionaire. He's got a challenge out for all the Globers to prove we live on a spinning ball. As far as I know, it's the highest dollar amount challenge that I've heard of. And so how'd you come into this?
Liars!
Yes.
Yeah. And
okay.
you know what you're doing here? A, you're shifting the goalposts. B, you're denying everything that everyone's put out against Flat Out Hero and Jeranism. And oh, what's this I hear? Bob Nodal actually proved the Earth moves, but he hid it from his viewers because it looked bad for the Flat Earth.
Yep.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Those heavenly energies.
Why are you doing it? How'd this come about?
Yeah, well, back in late 2014, I stumbled across some early videos from Math Powerland, and within 30, 45 minutes, I knew that the photos from space of Earth were fakes.
Okay,
I
drink.
knew that.
Drink.
Yeah, drink.
Since he was nice enough to bring up Math Powerland, I'm sure he saw where Math Powerland has come out and admitted that the whole Flat Earth thing was a skit he did for his stand-up comedy that he was paid to do. And it just kind of became a thing for him as a joke after that.
Yep.
But, he trusts Math Powerland.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's an idiot.
Furball with a hand up.
Well, I just want to point out that this guy supposedly has $1 million challenge, and that there have been several skeptical organizations that have had $100,000 challenge, $10,000 challenge, and all of those organizations actually had a bank account with that money in escrow to prove they could actually pay it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like $1 million douchebag here to show his escrow account with a million in it to pay out the winner.
No,
100,000. 100,000. Yeah, this one's 100,000.
Either way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because it's all bullshit. It's all a lie. It's never going to get paid out.
Mm-hmm.
And they are...
but the difference is that
they are...
in the skeptical challenges, the money actually exists.
Well,
yes, but they're
let this run through Furball because you'll see how they cover their ass.
Hello with the hand up.
No spoilers, Sean. I mean, I'm just more impressed by, it took him a whole half an hour apparently for his entire world to be turned upside down. It's like, oh, you know what? The Earth must be flat. I mean, like, guys do research flat Earth, by which they mean literally look it up, and within a half hour, you will be convinced apparently.
Well, that's because they're all a bunch of fucking trolls.
And I actually did do some research into the flat Earth and found it could not work in any way, shape, and or form. One of the ways I found out it would not work is through literally what could be best described as a Hollywood blockbuster style disaster.
Oh my god, let's not go into this.
Agreed.
This is just, let's watch the video.
Indeed.
Ow!
Here we go.
Indeed.
Water doesn't stick to the bottom of a spinning ball. It's never been replicated. So I've been in the movement for quite some time.
Tornado, come on.
That water doesn't stick to the bottom of a spinning ball thing. Water will do, water will do whatever the hell it wants. It will conform to outside forces, of which gravity is one. And on top of that, water naturally pulls itself into a spherical shape when at rest.
Look, we get it. His half hour of research was very underwhelming. Like we can skip
There
that.
is no universal up or down. How many times do we have to keep saying
Tornado,
this?
zip it.
Yes, Chris Kelling?
I was just wondering, are they ever going to get off that narrative, or if it's always going to be the same thing, in which case we can outright dismiss them at hand because, I mean, they've been proven wrong so many times.
It's the only narrative they have, Chris. They've never gone off of it. They will never go off of it. They will never prove it. They will never counter any truth about the globe. It's such a big pile of crap.
Yeah.
All they do is run around and move the goalposts in challenges like this. They try to block everything you say with more diversionary tactics in their conversations and questioning. It's just a big con job. They'll never change.
Mm-hmm.
Their idea of research is studying the inside of their asses.
Up close and personal.
Yes, exactly. One person shoves their head up another person's ass, looks around, and licks.
Flat or
Although
centipede.
I hear they're moving into mouth massage.
That too.
Oh boy.
I've got a few videos that have.
Yeah, you're.
Oops.
It is
Thank you for starting it all the way over. She was
Alright,
typing with
so-
the DLC window was started.
Unknown location in
Hold-
Texas.
hold on.
As far as I know, it's the
How far
highest
in were we?
dollar amount challenge that I've heard
Keep
of.
going.
And so, how'd you come into this? Why are you doing it? How'd this come about?
Yeah, well, back in late 2014, I stumbled across some early videos from Math Powerland, and
Deja vu.
within 30, 45 minutes, I knew that the photos from space of Earth were
You had a
were
brain
fake. So I
fart.
knew that water doesn't stick to the bottom of a spinning ball. It's never been replicated. So I've been in the movement for quite some time. I've got a few videos that have near 1 million views on my channel. But yeah, I got into the movement simply, I was led by the Spirit. I was led to share this knowledge. It was weighing heavy on me.
Yes.
So that's it in a nutshell. I mean, how I got into it.
Ah.
But,
What is it?
He was moved by the Spirit. Flat Earthers don't believe in God.
Oh yes, they do.
Oh, yes, they do.
I think some do.
They
Some
they
of them
profess
do. Okay.
a belief in God. Do they
Right.
actually have a belief in God?
No,
Probably
I
not.
don't think so. But yeah, nowhere in the Bible, and I have had to read the whole damn thing, does it ever say the earth is flat. Therefore, you cannot be moved by the Spirit to say the earth is flat when it doesn't even say the earth is flat anywhere in their holy book.
I think his spirit is Smirnoff.
I think his spirit is called Mary Jane, and he's been lighting up and toking a few more times.
One took over the line.
This is all very possible. What's up, Furball?
Football's got his hand.
I just want to point out the fact that this dude that's made a couple of videos, and some of them have, 1 million views or so, is being interviewed by Nathan Thompson. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Because Nathan Thompson has like a couple million videos he's made that have a couple dozen views.
Good point.
You're not wrong.
I mean, honestly, between his audience of millions and his audience of tens, I'm sure they're reaching a lot of people.
Oh boy.
No, that just for correctness, that's Tenyans.
Kenyan. At least 11 teams.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know the no true Scotsman fallacy. You'll have to tell me about that one, Doorknob.
A challenge consist of?
The challenge, there's 3 main parts. We want to see replication using the scientific method, observing, measuring, and repeating water sticking to a ball. It didn't even have to be spinning. We just want to see water conforming to the exterior of a ball, okay, without it dropping.
Yes.
Well, you've got a basketball, or if you really want, you could maybe shell out a few $1,000, go into the Vomit Comet and do a 0G experiment with water of air. But when you're asking for it in a gravitational accelerational environment with a gravitational acceleration, you're gonna get drops of water falling off the ball because of the gravity of the situation. See what I did there? And so it might skew your little challenge. What you want to do is test it in an area where gravity can be canceled out as much as possible, say in the Vomit Comet.
Exactly.
And then you'll see the true shape of water.
Don't forget about to replicate the mass of the Earth in your experiment.
Well, he just said stick to have water conform to the exterior of a ball. He didn't say the Earth.
No, he wants this replicated in a lab environment of having a ball on a desk and water sticking to it and not fall off the bottom.
Right. There's only one problem with that. He also said the ball doesn't have to be spinning. You can't make it stick if there's no centrifugal force.
Can't make it stick because there's gravity pulling it down
Exactly.
off of the
That's
ball.
why I said you do it in the vomit comet with literally a sphere of water.
That's not going to do it either. The overriding gravitational force of the Earth is going to override anything you try to do in a laboratory setting. That's why they choose this as one of the challenges, because it's absolutely undoable.
Oh, no, that's why I say you do it in the vomit comet.
You can't make it work in the vomit comet, Talon.
Here's the thing. Gases are technically a fluid. They move as a fluid. We have other planets that have atmospheres, that have clouds, and they are all around the surface, top, bottom, left, center, front, back, everywhere. It is exactly what they're looking for, but they will just deny it.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's all fake. The images are all fake to them.
That's because they're too lazy to pick up a telescope of their own.
Oh, I know.
Yep. And here we go. Ready? Ready?
And dripping out off the bottom and sides.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we want to see that.
Have to be a big ball.
Yeah,
because of gravity.
Absolutely,
Right.
because of gravity. This
Okay.
theory that supersedes the physics of water finding and maintaining level.
Yeah.
Okay,
Drink!
it's
That
a theory.
supersedes the...
Yeah.
Water conforms to external forces, like gravity. The reason water seeks out an area that is that has equal energy to the rest of the water,
Equitable,
is because of gravity. There's a reason why water has that sort of physics to it in the first place. Water will run from a higher elevation to a lower elevation because of gravity, not in defiance of it.
You do realize when you go after this kind of argument, all you've done is take the bait that they're offering you and wasting your time.
True.
Where's Desert File when you need them?
Challenges like this are designed to fail. They cannot be won. And even if you do produce what they say, they will explain to you why it doesn't fit their goalposts and move them.
Always. Yes,
This
hello?
is all BS.
Yep.
Basically, they're experts in bullshit.
Your hand is up there, hello?
No, they're really not even experts in bullshit. You can see right through it.
No hand up. Hands up.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The thing, like, in our model, sort of going off of what Tornado said, is about, like, in our model, like, there's no, like, big surface underneath, like, in some sense, underneath the Earth, which is, like, pulling the water off of it. So, I mean, I suppose in some sense you could do something like what they want. Obviously, you could do it in just, like, a physics simulator, but obviously they're not going to accept that. And I guess technically you could do it, sort of, if you have, like, if you coat a ball with water and then just let it free fall, and just... more or less the gravity of the Earth would not really be affecting it in that same sort of way anymore, and you could technically have the ball like coated in water and the water not like flying off, at least for a little while, like until it hit the ground. You could technically do that. I'm not sure how successful it would be, but I'm sure they'd also find some reason.
Yeah, let's not forget the fact that we have this thing called raindrops.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they want it, like, if they really do want, like, a coating of water on top of the ball, you could technically, like, try to do something with free fall, but I'm sure they'd find some sort of reason not to accept that either, so.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is just an argument that because it can't be done, so.
Right.
Anyway, here we go.
The theory or law of thermodynamics.
Oh, wait, I forgot to turn it back on for you guys. No. Hold on.
That's a gas. Would escape into the vacuum.
That's the third.
All right.
That's the third challenge is replicate using the scientific method, showing where a vacuum or zero pressure can exist next to a pressurized system. Air pressure, gas pressure, atmospheric pressure. It's pressure. It has to press.
Again, you're forgetting that one force Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity!
Yeah.
God, it's not rocket science!
I got a question for
down,
Mom
little
NATO.
tornado.
Mom NATO, how close are your neighbors?
Never mind the fact that if you want to see gas being held to a planet by gravity, just look up!
Blue Marble Science already proved this with his experiments using propane in an open-ended pipe.
Yeah.
Seriously, duct tape your mouth if you keep screaming so loud that I can hear the living room through my headset.
Wow.
I love family drama online.
I think we'll continue.
Maybe?
Yeah.
We might want to ask for Mom
Pressing
NATO's
against
permission on
something
this
to have
one.
pressure. Just like in my air tank, there's air pressure has to press against a solid barrier. Just like a propane tank, gas pressure has to pressure has to press against a solid barrier.
Sorry, I had to take
Yeah.
a breather.
Yeah. I mean, while we're here, I may as well say that the gas is hitting you, and that's what the pressure is.
It's called laughing gas.
Yeah.
And sorry about my brief little rant.
No, it was well warranted.
Well, I could hear him through my headset.
Yeah, we heard.
Over everybody.
we heard.
I was wondering when Desert File was going to show up, so...
Well, I'm probably sure you heard from several states away.
Chris Kelling, you have your hand up.
I broke
So,
people.
yeah.
How did I break people?
It's a constant pressure in that vessel. Hitting that contained area is a constant pressure. It's pumped to 50 pounds per square inch or 100 pounds per square inch or what have you. The atmosphere is a gradient, and we can prove that just with 1,000 feet. I mean, sea level, you have a lot higher pressure than you do up on the top of the whatever the tower is in New York now. You know, it's like
the Freedom Tower.
Freedom Tower, yes. And I just I can't change their mind, so I don't know why I get upset about it. It just bothers me whenever they start talking about this contained vessel. It's a constant pressure within that. There is no gradient.
What they don't like, basically, is they're fine saying, okay, you know, if the pressure can drop, you know, if you go up 1,000 feet, the pressure can drop some amounts. If you go a little higher, it'll drop more. And if you go up higher, it'll drop more and more and more. They're just never fine saying it drops to 0.
Okay, and why does it drop?
I don't remember.
Oh, gee, could it have something to do with with having more air molecules above a certain part of air at a certain altitude than other air molecules, having more air molecules pressing down on top of you at a lower altitude than you do at a higher altitude? Could it have something to do with that?
Probably not.
Nah.
And could
It's
that
all
also have
relative
something
density.
to do with gravity?
Yeah, probably not.
But of course, you know them. But gravity's only a theory.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and music is only a theory.
Yeah,
germs
are
are
only a theory.
Actually, you know, probably
Life
they,
is only a
they might not even
theory.
believe in germs. I've come across many flat earthers. They probably don't believe in atoms either. So, God knows how they accept all this Boyle's gas law stuff. You know, it has to decrease pressure, but they don't
Hey,
accept
angry
atoms
typer.
at the same time. Let's try and resolve that one.
Then I actually do have duct tape.
Angry
What?
typer.
It's not angry typing.
People in chat have been talking about it.
I know. I said it's not angry typing. It's just a really loud keyboard.
Yo?
Yes, Furball.
Well, I just want to point out that $1 Million Douche Canoe here is creating one hell of a straw man.
Mm-hmm.
His straw man, he started this conversation with, if I have my propane tank next to, I've got to have this container, and he's pressure, it's pressing on the outside. There is literally no one that is trying to say that you can have a high pressure next to a low pressure. But these two idiots, the douche canoe and the guy that lives on a fucking park bench, can't get that through their heads that there's a gradient.
And let's not mention that propane is toxic. You got that, and flammable. So yeah, you.
No, it's not flammable. It's inflammable.
Oh no, it's flammable.
No, it's inflammable.
Okay.
Oh,
They're the same thing.
I'm throwing things.
I see that.
Oh come on!
He was
Somebody
kind of
laugh
trolling
at
you
that.
there.
Yeah. Yes, but see, I deal with tornado. I've learned to ignore the troll.
You're a good mom, NATO.
I love my kid, I really do. He's my sweetheart. He's my angel, but he's a noisy angel.
No, I'm a
You need
trailer
better
park
headphones.
tornado, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
No, you're a noisy angel. You're a demon from hell.
Nate, are you glad you invited your mom on the panel yet? Because we are.
Lewis and Clark, can we move on?
Yes.
Moving on.
I think we shall.
Yeah.
Here we go.
A tank. So I want it replicated. It can be in a lab. It can be in your garage, your mama's basement. It can be anywhere, replicated. Having a vacuum chamber next to a pressurized system, gas pressure, air pressure, atmospheric pressure, doesn't matter, without a solid barrier, without it violating the second law of thermodynamics.
Yep, without a sealed
Drink.
container.
Yes.
Second law of thermodynamics, you motherfucker.
No, it's not. It's not thermodynamics. It's the thermal dynamics. It's totally different.
No, seriously, he's doing the second law of thermodynamics bullshit that even creationists use. And how many times do I have to explain this? The second law of thermodynamics does not deal with gas pressure in pressurized systems next to vacuums. It doesn't deal with that. It only says that the amount of entropy in an isolated system can never decrease.
Yes. Let's. Moving on.
Straw man and piece of shit motherfucker.
Oh.
I think we broke Tornado.
I think so.
Hey,
Oh, it's
Mom,
going to get
Nate,
worse.
Do you have any soap?
Yes, I do.
Just as a warning, Mom NATO, there is an F5 point in this video.
Oh God. Please no. Please.
I'm
no.
already at F4.
We might hit F6.
Well, okay. Tornado, zip it.
Here we go.
Yep. And then of course the second we skip from 1 to 3, but the second is I want to see where sea level, where the physics of water finding and maintaining level, go from sea level being level and flat, a flat surface, to convex. We want to see where sea level turns to sea curve. Okay, they've shown like the Lake Pontchartrain, where it shows the limited angular resolution of our eyes in the camera.
I am.
Wait, there's so much there.
We'll go back a little.
Isn't the first one the same as the second one?
No.
You show how water on the surface of a ball just conforms to the surface. It's the same question.
Well, did you see what he did with his arms? He held them in a curve, like looking left to right, but they're about to complain about front to back curvature.
So, also, what's this stuff about sound like is that just like okay? That's that's just false because it's inconvenient. It's like I'm not even gonna start to get into all the the resolution of the perspective eye bits.
Oh, we did that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, thank God.
Where
here's how you fix
showed,
angular resolution limitations. Zoom in.
Yes, Tornado. we talked about curvature and horizons a couple weeks ago, and let's not go there again because, of course, the camera was crooked. Nothing was level. Even the damn room wasn't level. So yeah, fuck that shit.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
Do you happen to know why it's easier to see curvature from front to back versus left to right?
Has a lot to do
Because
with
you're looking at
perspective,
their
actually.
ass. Sorry.
You've got a lot more distance going front to back that you can actually compare compared to left to right.
Oh my god, good.
In a smaller area.
Exactly. And what's the term for that? I think it was compressed perspective.
Pretty much.
I actually have a video about an observation I made in Hawaii where you can see it left to right, but it was in a very specific location that you can't see normally.
But still, it shows exactly what they're looking for, and they'll just deny it because, oh, look, the horizon is right in the eye level or something.
Wonder seeks its own role. One isn't intelligent.
All right, here we go.
Neither are flat earthers.
You're not wrong.
Fair enough.
We're finding maintaining level, go from sea level, being level and flat, a flat surface, to convex. We want to see where sea level turns to sea curve, okay? They've shown like that picture of Lake Pontchartrain where it shows the limited angular resolution of our eyes in the camera. It looks like it's curvature, but
When
if
they
you go up
zoom
higher,
in at the one part of the atmosphere where it's being distorted the most,
Yes.
and then say, "Oh well, look," and then I heard.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That just popped out.
If I could have one thing for technological advances over the next 10 years, what I want somebody to invent is punch-a-vision. Where in a video like this, I could punch one of the people that are in it, here, and they actually feel it.
Yeah. It would be nice. I mean, I've always thought, smell-o-vision would be great, but no, punch-a-vision sounds good.
Maybe when we get a holodeck, it's like.
Then I moved in and ate chili.
Yeah.
But I want Nathan Thompson to feel it. Laying in bed randomly and then getting punched in the face because some idiot watched his video and punched him.
I like the idea. Tornado, you still got your hand up.
I also want to add in that level does not inherently equal flat. You can have a flat shelf, but tilted at 30 degrees respective to gravity, and it's not level anymore. Stop equating the two, you fuckwit.
All right,
ball
here.
kick a vision. Does that mean I get to nail somebody between the legs?
I think so.
Okay.
Tornado, run.
More likely Tornado's dad.
All right, here we go. Ready? Everybody ready?
Zoom in at the one part of the atmosphere where it's being distorted the most, and then say, "Oh well, look," and then I heard this in the debate the other day. The only thing that could cause that is Earth curve, and you're like, dude, if it's curving, here's the best one. If it curves 7 miles away from you, how does it not curve 7 miles side to side?
Yeah, left to right.
I mean, come
It does.
It does. You just can't see it, you fuck nuggets.
We'll go with Hillel.
I just, as always, it's just rather incredible and convenient that this mirage, distortion, angular resolution, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, just ever so happens to perfectly conform with the model of what we would expect to see if the Earth was a sphere with a radius of, was it 6,371 kilometers? I mean, it's just an incredible coincidence.
Sean has his hand up. Why do you have your Sean up? Why do you have your hand up?
I like having my Sean up, thank you.
I don't want to know why.
I don't want to know why your Sean is up. Thank
There's a reason I'm not on camera. Anyways, I'm so glad that he asked that about never seeing curvature left to right. As myself, Red's Rhetoric, and Rory have all done this. Myself and Red have done it with drones, and Rory did it with a much lower altitude than me and Red did it, but he actually had a straight line in frame showing that you can see curvature from left to right if you do one thing. Compress the picture left to right.
Well, and there's also the fact that if you think about it, anytime you turn to look at something, you're turning your perspective. So you never see left to right unless you're keeping your body still.
And
Actually, I think I actually might even have caught some left to right curvature. I would need to double check. It's like on a plane a while back. I don't remember if I actually got it or not.
Just to test that, grab the picture and squish it left to right.
Yeah, but I would need to check that I was actually not like a cloud or something like that.
Now, of course, Sean, you've also neglected one thing that I think you should mention. It's that the distance required for 1 degree of arc is 69 miles. So, if you cannot see 69 miles left to right, you will not notice even 1 degree. So what these guys are doing is they're setting up a fucking straw man.
Oh, hi, kitties. Meow. Yeah, well, I've got one on my shoulders. One is standing up my chair, putting his feet on the chair. Ooh, tornado. Come let the beast in.
all right.
I'm gonna be lazy.
No.
Gotta let the barky beast in. Who keeps showing on the video when I talk. That's my beastie.
All right. Here we go. We're continuing
Thank
on.
you, sweetheart.
When we go to the Cayman Islands every single year, me and my family, you go to 7 Mile Beach in the Cayman Islands. And in the Cayman Islands, you can sit on the beach and you can look left and you can look right. You can see 7 miles. You can see the port where all the cruise ships come up, and you can see Rum Point at the far right. So you can see literally 7 miles from left to right. So from left to right, 7 miles, 8 inches on the mile squared, there should be some type of slight bit of degree of convexity in that water, but it's flat all the way across. If you're telling me if I go another 7 miles down, I look at this.
Yes, we have a Hillel with his hand up.
God, that is so wrong. I mean, that's not even the wrong way to apply the wrong formula.
Wrong.
All sorts of wrong. Oh,
You're wrong.
Also, it like the Earth curves. What was it?
I
1
hate
degree per like
cows.
60? Isn't it like 1 degree per 69 miles?
69.7.
So 7 miles. That's a tenth of a degree, which you're trying to eyeball, and using the wrong formula. Using the wrong formula.
Yeah.
At some point, I think they just totally forgotten what 8 inches per mile squared is supposed to be, and they just remember it's just a buzzword. It's like, ah, yes, 8 inches per mile squared. It doesn't matter how you're supposed to apply that, and it just, that's the word for like curvature. That's the curvature for whatever the fuck situation you want to do. Sorry.
No, that's all good.
God, these people are baffling.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Never mind
The same perspective, that's 14 miles, it's still flat. And I keep doing that, repeating over and over and over again. If I go higher, I can see 20-something miles, 30-something miles, and there's still no curve. I mean...
So the money is on the...
Yes.
Except if you use a theodolite, and Sean's captured it with drones, and those go much less than 30,000 feet up. So I'd hate to break it to you, Mr. Nathan Thompson and fuckwit millionaire, but you both are wrong! No, actually, let me rephrase that. You both are, as Lex Luthor once put it, wrong!
Enough.
Jesus.
Alrighty, here we go.
He hasn't even hit the F5 moment yet.
For a ball?
On the what?
Oh, he's got himself listed as F5?
Oh.
We haven't got to that point yet.
Table, Globers, there's $100,000 on the table. I know Tanner's good for it. Tanner is not just an activist himself, but he supports some of the stuff that I do. So big props to Tanner, dude. He puts his money where his mouth is, and he does it himself.
Furball's got a hand up.
Oh wait, does that
Furball.
mean they fuck each other if they put their money where their mouth is?
Oh God, no.
I'm sorry. But
We're
the
not
guy
touching
that
that
doesn't
one.
have a house,
I know you're not.
the guy that doesn't have a house and sleeps on other people's couches and random park benches knows the other guy is good for $100,000.
What I find more incredible is that he expects, I was like, oh, it's okay, Globers, this guy who's like an activist and is big on my stuff, who's like the most unwilling to concede, oh, don't worry, he's good for it. Yeah, I totally trust him.
It's not just that. It's this guy that's good for $100 million. While I am sleeping on other people's couches and have nowhere to live, but he apparently doesn't have it in his heart to give me a little money to stay somewhere else. I know he's good for it. He's good people.
Yeah, something like that. I think
he's lying.
Are you saying
Who,
he
Nathan
made stuff
Thompson
up?
or
Both of them.
okay.
But then again,
So
when
two
has
eyes
that
make
ever
a
been a
truth?
shocker?
And remember that the $100 spent like 30 minutes on YouTube researching this.
I mean, it's just, I think it's just kind of, I think if anyone were to attempt this, it'd be attempt this challenge. It would just be out of boredom, because it's so obvious that they're just so biased that they're gonna raise their standard of evidence.
Actually, I've got a much better solution for all
no
this.
no one's gonna be able to meet it, because like they're biased. They're gonna be biased against whatever anyone has ever tried to show them.
No,
Like,
I got a really good solution for this.
Obvious.
A really good solution. If this dude has that kind of money that he's willing to pony up $100 grand, why doesn't he spend 45 grand to get himself a CubeSat with a damn camera on it of his choice, and transmit it back to his own PC for all the images it takes in low Earth orbit?
Is it because he's a fraud?
You would think.
He'd just say like NASA like remotely like hacked the webcam or whatever. Like it's just it. Their standard is like, so they're gonna raise their standard to whatever they want. It's an unbeatable challenge. Like the only
Screw
I might
that.
try, honestly. Who knows?
Let's not even
I'm
go
not
to
sure how
space.
recent this challenge is. I might try it just out of sheer boredom, because like obviously they're never gonna actually accept it.
If he's got that money, screw going to space. Charter a fucking expedition to the South Pole and find the goddamn dome.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
The ice wall.
Oh yeah, and
He can
we
do
just
that
add
personally.
Can we just add that onto the? Can we just add on to that because of the whole issue of the South Celestial Pole and the Southern Stars? Now everyone south of the equator can see the same damn stars. Yet the flat earthers have to avoid the topic like the plague.
No, Anthony Riley has an explanation for that. Haven't you heard?
Oh, God.
Really?
Oh, he does.
Oh.
You see, actually, Furball, it's funny you should mention that, because it was literally last night that I actually watched through that entire interview you did with him.
It's
So,
declination.
Oh, really?
Is this something you've come up with? Is it just the declination thing, or is it something new?
That's what it is. He thinks that if you have somebody in Australia looking at South Celestial Pole, and somebody in South America and Africa looking at that celestial pole, that they are not actually looking south. He thinks that because of magnetic declination that we have to adjust our compasses, which is a real thing because magnetic north isn't the North Pole. He thinks that adjusts everything so that the dude in South America isn't looking south, they're looking like straight west. So that they're looking somewhere that's not south.
See, my favorite part about that is that still doesn't explain like the single point of rotation. Like the stars still revolve, or even if you think that people are looking all these different directions, they're still looking at one point which is stationary while the rest of the stars move around it, and it's not Polaris.
True,
Whatever.
very true. Yeah, I hadn't thought about addressing that with him. I was baffled by the fact that he thought that people weren't really looking south.
I mean, granted, you could make that exact same argument for people, say, oh, you aren't really looking at Polaris, or you aren't really all looking like due north to the North Star.
What are they gonna say when Beetlejuice goes supernova?
Oh, please, I want that so bad.
They'll just say like a light in the dome is malfunctioning. They'll go all Truman Show.
Yeah, really.
Where's the dome electrician?
NASA paid extra for their extra bill, so they turned the light on brighter.
There we go.
No, Dave, deep inside the rabbit hole, DRTRH, or whatever the fuck he wants to call himself, Dave Weiss, he thinks that all of the moving lights, which we call satellites, are luminaries in the sky. And like 4 years ago, when China was proposing putting a new space station in orbit, he said, well, maybe they know that there's another luminary coming. So they're trying to find an explanation of why it's going to appear in 2 years.
Coming from where?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, what does that even mean?
That's literally what he thinks. He thinks they are angels in the sky, and someone somewhere knows that there's a new angel.
Wait a second.
So
I want to know what fucking psychic technology NASA's. I want to know what psychic technology NASA's using to say, oh, in 2 years there's a fucking luminary coming from God knows where.
This actually ties with something else. I think it was David that said
angel
this.
GPS.
Well,
Was
if
it?
it's a powerful enough telescope, you can see the International Space Station with a powerful enough telescope. So how the fuck are they getting over that?
They're not.
I've got it on my P900 at least twice transiting the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done it as well, and not with the magical flat Earth camera of choice, P900. I use
That's not
it
real,
with
man.
sorry.
Well, you can get it with Tornado's telescope.
Like, actually, I haven't.
Telescopes. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I have the lens in it.
I was actually just gonna start doing that this week because I actually have some free time for once. It's like I watched the transit of Mercury a few months back, and like where the fuck was like. It always begs the question, like, flat Earth astronomy is the most convoluted thing ever. It's like, oh yeah, NASA, they have a fucking angel GPS that tells them, oh yeah, on this particular day at this particular time, this dot is going to be moving across the sun, or a fucking angel is going to descend from God knows where and just kind of like start floating around in 2 years.
Oh well, and let's not forget that the angels floating around in this night sky don't.
Beautiful camera, Sean.
Even though they're supposed to be angels, they do no miracles.
It always grows.
Only when you
Right.
stroke it.
Looks like a fucking TIE fighter.
Let's move
But it
on.
requires batteries, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
They're talking about steak in the chat, and they're making me hungry. Let's move on so it doesn't ruin my appetite entirely.
Can I ask how many hours are left in this video?
Well, in real life, only about 7 minutes.
Let's get
Jesus
it over with.
Christ.
What else are they going to talk about? They've outlined the challenge.
Oh, it gets better.
Well, that's the thing.
Sean, no spoilers.
Let's move on so we can get to the real F5 moment.
Oh no, we're gonna hit F6 at this point.
Here we go.
Look, honestly, let's just all remember as we travel into this wonderful, terrible world we've all voluntarily signed up for. Let's all just remember the lovely words asked and answered.
Indeed.
Tornado, set yourself back to 0.
Here we go.
Oh no!
Oh yes, here we go. Let's go.
Dude's
Onward.
got "It's Flat" on his license plate. As far as I know, he's always sharing Flat Earth. He's making YouTube videos that have tons of views.
Tell Nathan to put me back where I was playing KSP Super Chat for $2 from the Incredible Movie.
Incredible moving goalpost.
Also, just yet again, this guy's confirming what a clear and unbiased judge he's going to be for this evidence.
Yeah.
Yes, well, they are brainless boobies.
It's the Kent Hovind challenge all over again.
Yes. Asked and answered. Let's go.
Asked and answered. Let's go.
And he supports activists too. Badass. Not many people support and
is a
do
badass.
activism.
Right.
That's
They'll do both.
they either
Nate,
one or the
say,
other.
Nate, you do it for me. Here, I'll help you with this. But he does it both. So walks the walk, talks the talk. I know he's good for it. So if any of you ballers can prove.
So Nathan acknowledges while he's sleeping on his couch that he does it both ways.
Bullshit.
Oh boy.
Ass shit, brain shit, face shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Whole
shit.
bunch of shit. Let's continue the shit.
We live on a spinning ball. We got $100,000 for you, and I can go do something else.
Right,
So,
and
that'd be great.
the verifications of funds, it's already been
actually get a
verified.
brain-
I tried to get $100,000 from my bank in cash, and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have $100,000 in cash." I'm like, "You're a bank. What do you mean? All we can do is a cashier's check." So what I did,
Liar!
Let him finish. Let him finish.
I mean,
I want to hear the rest of it.
withdrew a large sum of money, $640 something thousand, and I verified the funds. Me walking out the bank. It's on my YouTube channel, Flat Earth Millionaire.
There we go.
So there's verification of funds there, over $600,000. So the money's there. So all you have to do is replicate water sticking to the bottom sides of the surface of a spinning ball. No, it doesn't have to be a spinning ball, just a ball, period. Let me see water sticking to the exterior of a ball without it being
I
contained.
can
The
show you
physics
a
of water is
raindrop
to
if
find and
that
maintain
works.
level, and it must be contained. Okay, so the second one, we want to see where sea level turns to sea curve. Remember, sea level, I've heard level doesn't mean flat. I've heard these globetards.
Level just means down towards the ball.
Towards the ball. Now, they're looking at the Merriam, the new...
Drink the cell we see, you fucktard!
Tornado.
Okay, we jumped straight to
Did
6.
we hit the F5 point, Sean?
Nope.
No, we skipped 5. We went straight to 6.
Oh no, we haven't even. This isn't. No. The thing that I find interesting is the fact that
Level is perpendicular to the pull of gravity, you fuckwit.
I was
Nice.
talking. Shut the fuck up. Damn. Anyway, what I like is the fact that originally the spinning ball, water sticking to it, didn't have to be contained before, but now it has to be contained. So again, there's a changing of the goalposts, and yeah.
What does that mean?
Well,
Like in this context, like what?
Yeah, if you're containing a ball of water or water inside something, it's already sticking to the bottom of the ball.
Like, I'm just
because
like,
it's
I'm not in this level thing. I'm not sure what they're expecting to see. Like
And how do you see through sea level curve? Because of, you have to have a certain amount of depth to show curvature.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for ball.
Oh boy. Anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Please.
Dictionary. Look at...
Chris Kelling had his hand up. Sorry, Chris.
That's all right. The thing that I've always wondered about these people, sea level, it's not meaning level as in perpendicular to it means, okay, you got level 1, level 2, level 3. It's an increase in level. A floor, a story, whatever other word you want to use for it. It's I don't think that word means what he thinks it means.
Yeah, it's when they speak about sea level, it's the top of the sea where it meets land and how high the land is above that sea level.
Yeah, moving on.
Also, I love the bit that's like, oh man,
Tornado
if you look up what it means to be level, then that's flat. It's like, well, granted, I just looked up a friendly Merriam-Webster dictionary. If you looked up the definition of Earth, it says a fragmental material composing part of the surface of the globe. So if they want to say that flat means level because the dictionary says so, I can say the Earth is a globe because the dictionary says so.
Yep.
Flat does not mean level.
Exactly. Anyway, Tornado, what did you want to say without screaming?
Level does not inherently equal flat. Level just means perpendicular to the pole of gravity.
Thank you.
Here we go. Ready?
A dictionary, Webster's dictionary, or something that's pre-1960s, pre-1950s.
Yeah.
Look at the actual definition of a level. So let me grab this level real quick.
From what I remember, because I'm pretty good with my memory, it's free of bends, curves, or irregularities. Synonyms can be, hey, Geo, look at Geo. He just climbed out the car. Geo, come here, big guy. All right.
Okay.
That's rude.
So this
Drink.
is what
Dog wasn't coming to him, he was looking for food.
Yeah, because he's hungry.
Dog's the only non-stupid one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Says, I'm out of here. I want to go live with
Dog has more intelligence between them.
Marble.
Seriously, the dog has more brain cells than the two of them put together.
Yes, that's why you want to put your hand down, Tornado.
they call a level. This is the definition of a level, okay?
No, drink.
It's an example.
A level, not level.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
it's literally-
difference.
It's a carpenter's level.
Yeah.
It has either it's going to have alcohol in it, or water in it. It's going to have a liquid.
Drink.
All liquid.
Drink.
I noticed that little air bubble is curved, which means the water's curved.
And
No, it's a mirage.
again, it is not water or alcohol, you dumb fuck. It's oil in there because it is not soluble. They are not mixable without shaking it. You have to have something that will not mix with the water in the level.
Here we go. We'll continue on, unfortunately.
Liquid finds and maintains level. So the primary component of this level is liquid. Okay, so if it's in a glass, if it's in a pond, if it's in the lake, if it's in the sea, water is always going to find and maintain this level. So if you put this level across that horizon,
What grade
Drink.
level did you make?
I'd like to point out that look on the left measuring little bubble. Notice how there's a 45-degree angle?
No.
Yep.
Just saying.
Well, not only that, but water is not always level. It drops according to the terrain it's flowing along.
Oh, and can we also add that someone did do I think someone did do an experiment where they had a level similar to that leveled off perfectly, and they showed the horizon.
Yes, Tornado. Asked and answered. I actually brought that up with Rory's video about an hour ago.
Yep. Moving on.
Here we go.
level. If I line it up here, that
go
bubble is in the
match up.
middle. It's going to be level. So that's the physics of water, is to find and maintain level. So in that second challenge, we want to see the physics of water finding and maintaining level being superseded by a theory called gravity. Now, I've heard Globetards say...
Yes.
A theory called gravity.
Gravity itself is not a theory. It is an observable, repeatable fact.
Moving on.
What
Moving
is
on.
the theory
got it,
is
yeah.
why it happens.
Oh,
Yes,
it'll get
asked
worse.
and answered.
What's up, Terry?
I better unmute first. He's going on about the water maintaining its level, but why is the bubble in the spirit level always maintaining a certain position on the spirit level? He hasn't said that.
They don't answer those kind of questions.
Density and buoyancy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of their the physics understanding of all these different flat earthers, it's only surface level.
Mm-hmm.
They have no actual actual understanding of their own. They just parrot certain phrases like second law of thermodynamics, water finds its level, 8 inches per mile squared. They don't know anything. They just hear certain things which they have like buzzwords. They have these buzzwords which they've attached to certain concepts, and then it doesn't matter what you actually want to talk about the concept. They just stick to these buzzwords. They don't care.
Yes.
They don't want to think.
Can I just...
They don't
I
know
have a
the
perfect
depth
way of summarizing talking to a flat earther in any conversation you could ever have with one. Squawk! Water finds its level! Squawk!
And Furball with the hand up. What's up, Furball?
I'm gonna head to bed soon because I have a half-naked human already in my bed that probably could go with my company. But before I head up there, I want to point out, I went to this dude, $1 million douchebag's website through his YouTube channel, and he does have a video about his $100,000 challenge where he walks around, I'll admit, a pretty nice house with a couple pretty nice vehicles and license plate that say it is flat, and then proof that he has $100,000 in his bank account to give to people, and that proof is a spreadsheet on his desktop.
Nice.
Well, actually, before you go,
boy.
Furball, I'll just make sure to mention that you really should take this advice. Flavor glove.
I don't think they got through the second grade level though.
Yeah. I don't think they
So-
got the mandible challenge.
Well, thanks for coming, Furball. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So with that, I will.
Good night,
bid you
Furball.
all
Night.
Good night.
Night, Furball.
Thanks for having me. You guys have a good night.
See you next
later,
week.
Bye, fairy ball.
Later.
Now, of course, the question is, have we come up on the F5 moment yet, Sean?
No.
Nope. Getting close.
Oh God.
See, I'm
My
afraid.
poor
now.
ears.
A theory, a theory is the highest part in science. It's the highest you can get. No, a physical law is the highest level of science, of the scientific.
There it is!
Scientism.
Hold on. Can't find the pause button quick enough.
I think somebody said drink.
I think so. I think I heard it somewhere.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
If you scream, I will grab.
Oh, he's gonna scream. This is the F6 moment.
Where's the volume button?
Okay, I'm gonna take my headset off so I don't hear him twice.
Yeah, we'll take the headsets off. Yeah, okay.
Ignorant fuck. How do you not know the difference? A law is simply a description of what something is. Like, say, the law of perspective. A law in physics is generally a mathematical formula or a description of a certain phenomenon that holds true under certain circumstances. A theory is the explanation as to why the phenomenon happens and holds true under most, if not all, circumstances. So, saying a law is the highest part in science, no, that is dead wrong, because laws can, in fact, be superseded by other laws. Like, say, Kepler's laws of planetary motion they were, or I should say Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation, universal gravitation, was superseded by Einstein's theory of general relativity. So, yeah, a theory which, by the way, was vindicated 100 years ago.
Asked and answered. Let's move on. Unless somebody else has their hand up.
I don't think so. I think
Sean,
that-
you're so annoying.
Jen's got her hand up. What's up, Jen?
Hey, Tornado, are you a screamer or a moaner?
He's a screamer.
He doesn't know yet.
No, he is definitely a screamer.
Okay.
Anyway, with that.
Very true, Al.
Science, but the scientific method, okay?
But gravity doesn't even pass as a theory because it doesn't have an observation, hypothesis, and experimentation.
Drink!
It has none of that.
Asked and answered. Asked and answered.
I was muted then, and I'm trying to yell drink.
Ad nauseum, we've covered it.
Argumentum ad nauseum.
Newton never formulated a
Tell it-
hypothesis, and then Einstein allegedly superseded Newton's
Drop your hand,
gravity
buddy.
with the bending of space-time. Space has no properties, and time isn't physical. So to think that
Wait,
something
no,
that is
hold
not
on one second.
physical
Drink.
and
Drink.
Yes.
There's a space has no properties and time isn't physical. That's okay. That's at least
That's a nice word
somewhat-
salad there.
That's at least a new phrasing of a bogus thing. It's like, okay, like the concept, like space time. Yeah, it's a mathematical theory, but the point, like, okay, yeah, sure, time isn't physical, sure, irrelevant. The point is we can use the concept of space-time and relativity in order. It's a mathematical theory, but we can use it to make very good predictions about how things operate, and that's why it's useful. It's not because it's not like Einstein was like, while he was coming, I was like, oh yeah, well, time isn't like a physical thing, so therefore this must all be wrong. It's like it doesn't matter. The fact is that theory works.
Well, the annoying part, Hello, is that he's actually taking space-time and turning it into two separate words.
Okay, and isn't it also true, though, that if you do the sundial test, you also prove the curvature of the Earth, because as your sundial stays in one position, you can watch the shadow not only go straight ahead of you, but you can see it curve to the side. Doesn't that not proves the Earth is round.
Tornado, you still have your hand up?
Well,
No,
yes.
it does not, because you can't determine which is moving, the sky or the Earth, because you don't have a fixed frame of reference. If you're
Okay.
within one of the bodies that is involved in the observation, you just have no frame of reference.
Okay.
It just isn't there.
Now, of course, Jen, I think what Mom is trying to reference was the Eratosthenes experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Two separate sticks measuring the shadow of two separate sticks pointed straight up and measuring the shadows between them, and then you can get a rough. And then if you know the distance between those two sticks, you can get a roughly accurate guesstimate of the actual curvature of the Earth and thus the radius.
Something like that, yeah.
Now, of course, Einstein's whole thing about relativity, it wasn't superseded, or rather, Einstein, I guess you could say he superseded Newton, but then again, the theory was vindicated with, again, a solar eclipse that happened 100 years ago, blah, blah, blah. I think we've all
Ad
heard this
nauseam.
before, asked and answered.
Moving on.
Here we go.
Has no properties is bending to create everything we see.
And then, of course, you also have centrifugal force. We know this. Centrifugal force, everyone's been at the fairgrounds, in the Gravitron. You get in, it spins, and it sucks you to the side. It makes everything fly out. If you spin anything on the merry-go-round...
drink!
Yes, hello?
This is a quick one that if you actually run through the math, centrifugal force is way weaker than gravity, so things stay on the Earth. That's all that needs to be said.
Super chat from NANA, $6.66. We,
Hey.
as in every regulars in the chat here, are twisted individuals. Yes, agreed.
Yes, we are. But there was no bacon in that super chat. I'm a little upset.
No.
Where's the
There's
bacon?
no piggy. I want my bacon.
Bacon,
miss
bacon.
I haven't had bacon in a long time. I can't afford to pay the $10.99 a pound it is here in Florida. Damn it!
Once you win this challenge,
No,
you'll
Mom
buy-
NATO.
I don't know.
I'm gonna stop right there, Mom NATO. Just call up Red and have him drive down the highway a little bit. You'll get all the free bacon you need.
Oh my god. That's
Oh,
never
who
gonna die.
hasn't heard the story about that, has she?
Call who?
Call Red. Red's Rhetoric.
I don't know Red. Don't want to know Red. Thank you. I'd rather live without the
Radiator
bacon.
bacon!
Woo, bacon!
Thank
Bacon,
you.
bacon, bacon,
I
bacon,
would
bacon.
rather live without the bacon.
Sean, thank you for reminding me of that. I haven't. I almost forgot about that.
I will never let it die.
Well,
Unlike the
they're
pigs.
spamming bacon in the chat. So.
All
Bacon
right.
is about three and a half a pound here.
Yeah, it's the cheapest bacon I've seen on sale was $8.99 a pound, and it was
God,
turkey.
you people are getting screwed living down there. It's
I
kinda funny.
know. Oh my god.
Well, if you manage to win this challenge, you'll be able to buy 10 grand worth of bacon.
Hell no. If I had won that challenge, I'd be buying a nice car and putting the rest in savings for when I die.
Where does all that cost go? Is that like some tax that they put on bacon?
I don't know. It's they don't have the farms here, so they don't. Oh, $17 from from DKK for Morton Nielsen and bacon, whatever.
Those are Danish krona.
Those are Donkey Kong dollars.
Wild
That's
boar
like 4
bacon.
cents.
That sounds good.
And technically they're called dick dollars.
What?
Well, thank you, Morton.
Well, in other news, we have roughly 3 minutes left of this video. I
All right,
suggest we move on.
Hey.
No, let's get it over with. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, rip the band-aid off.
I'm gonna have to go grab the.
That's
biscuit.
called centrifugal force. It's a law. It's a law that can be measured, repeated, and observed. Okay, so that's a physical force. Okay, so there's no way a theory of gravity, which is lower than a law, can supersede centrifugal force of a ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and supersede and cancel out the physics of water.
Yes.
How can you measure linear speed on a rotational plane?
Exactly.
No.
It's just the improper way to do it.
Yes, hello?
I mean, what I find more baffling is that he's walking back on the earlier part about the spinning. He's like, you just need the first part of the challenge, like you just need water on a sphere without it like dripping off. Then you need to have this you need to have like sea level be curved. But now, and he said it doesn't even have to be spinning. But now apparently the spin is somehow relevant again.
Of course, I said that earlier.
Like, dude, just set one challenge. Like, this is all like.
Goalposts on roller skates.
I'm almost tempted. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to say like they're just trying to obfuscate it so that if someone tries to give me the challenge, they'll say, "Oh, well, if you watch the other part of the video, you have to do it while spinning or whatever."
Right, exactly. That's what they
on
do.
alternate Tuesdays while standing on your head.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
fapping at the same time.
Yes, and just to point out, there is no law
You
of
gotta add in the
centrifugal force.
fapping because they like to fuck people over.
Yeah. Also, yeah, to call centrifugal force a law just because I mean, it's not. It's just a force. They're just calling it a law because they want to make it sound more elevated.
Exactly.
Yes, Tornado?
The Earth doesn't spin at 1,000 miles an hour. No. It rotates at 15 degrees per hour, or also known as 0.000694 revolutions per minute.
Yes.
Here we go. We're almost there.
Oh my god.
Water, finding and maintaining level, which is observable, repeatable, and just it's science. Okay, this is observable. Okay, so
You can't even take
You
the
wouldn't know
tag off
science
the
if it
level.
bit you on the nose.
It's just science, guys.
The level
Sly
still has the tag on it.
Sly needs to hurry up and do that, like, whatever the fuck. Just like make sure your pipes aren't leaky or whatever. Like, my God, just hurry up already so we can put this to bed. And my God.
I do love the fact that they're moving so that you can't hear them very well, so that they can deny they said something because people just heard it with the wind blowing against the microphone.
Yeah.
It's another obfuscation.
Here we go. We're so close.
Deny this is anti-science. So
it's a religion. You're a part of a religion. You have nothing but theories, globetards. So it is what it is.
Again,
not everyone that
drink fucking hardcore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Repeat,
again
back that up a
my
little. I
my
couldn't-
faith in his unbiased judgeness is like just flying through the roof right now.
Isn't he the one who claimed that the spirit moved him to believe the earth is flat?
But
and
we're just
now-
religious globetards.
Yes, now we're religious globetards because
They really need to figure out if religion is a
Brown.
pejorative or not. They haven't figured that out yet.
Yes,
Well,
Chris Kelly?
but, like
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, as a member of and a proud member of a religion, of a recognized religion, yeah, the religion and science coexist, but they're not the same thing. Yeah, asked and answered. I'm just gonna be repeating myself otherwise.
Yep.
Yes, Tornado?
You dense, ignorant piece of shit, dishonest, lying, stupid motherfuckers! You guys are so fucking smug about how you decide to call everyone who doesn't think exactly the way you do religious globetards. Here's the thing. I've looked at the flat earth, and the issue is it has so many geometrical paradoxes that it doesn't even work on a map level. It doesn't even work as a map. How could it possibly physically work in real life? The proof of the Earth being an oblate spheroid rotating at 0.000694 revolutions per minute is literally all around you. But you guys have your heads shoved so far up your collective asses that you refuse to see it. You guys are a human centipede of regurgitating bullshit.
I've had once put you in charge, Tornado, so...
Jen, you have your hand up. What up?
You know, one of the reasons that the flat earthers are so good at convincing people of their bullshit is because they don't yell at people.
What? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
That's okay. I only want a tornado to hear it.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. I just completely lost it.
Well, you need to not do that. You really do need to not do that.
We have, what, 2 minutes left, I think? I think we can do it.
I think I need to go in his room and just hold his mouth shut.
Well, if we do it like a water polo tournament where the foul is called and we just keep going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Science. So
It's a religion. You're a part of a religion. You have nothing but theories, globetards. So it is what it is. Now, not everyone that believes in the ball, not everyone is a globetard. If you know about flat Earth and you've at least put some kind of time into it, yet you still deny it, you still want to defend your theory and your religion, then you are a globetard. Yeah. You are an ignorant, psychotic, child abused globetard that never grew up and never dealt with reality.
Jesus.
That's a bit rough.
That's
you
a
don't
lot.
need to comment, Tornado.
Yeah, I don't feel like we need to dignify that. I feel like it speaks for itself.
That is
ad hominem. Enough said.
It's like okay,
especially
so
when they're dealing with Nathan Thompson, who actually has been filmed going up to children on playgrounds and schools and harassing them with flat-tard bullshit.
Now, isn't Nathan also the one who slapped his daughter?
No, that'd be a different.
No, that's someone else. That's a different.
Slappy the clown.
Okay, but that's still a flat.
What I find most
flat
interesting
earther.
is like if you've, I love the connotation that like if you've looked into this for more than the 30 minutes than I did, then you're
really
stupid. Like
you're a globetard and you're child abused.
yeah, just like
this guy. I mean, what he said is an insult to any person who has been abused.
It's an insult to anyone ever.
What's up, Terry?
But specifically,
Terry.
Abused.
Yeah?
Hands up. What's up?
I don't know how many times I hear the word religious and globetards in the same sentence, whereas they think that we have a belief system that we know that a belief system can be said that you don't need evidence to have a belief, but yet these flat earthers have a belief system with no evidence, and they don't class themselves as religious, but they're more religious than what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
also,
much.
Yeah, I really do hate to keep stating this, but yeah, like especially that little tirade right there that he went on. Yes, I'm just even more convinced in his qualities as a fair and balanced judge.
And that's where the F5 moment kicks in.
It's the kettle calling the pot a certain color.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. This
boy.
guy is. I dislike how he's so unabashedly smug about it, saying that if you've looked into this more than 30 minutes and you deny the flat Earth, then you're a religious child abused globetard. I love how he says that, basically discrediting everyone who's actually looked into it, followed the evidence where it led, and came to the conclusion that the flat Earth just does not work, like at all. And then he has the nerve to call them child abused. That is not just an ad hominem. That is lower than slime.
Okay, I'm a globetard. I accept it. I will always be a globetard. Thank you.
And we're moving on.
Yeah,
bullying that you dealt with as a child. So, on the other hand, if this is the first time you've heard of it, and flat Earth, oh wait, what, you're denying it. That's fine. That's the natural response, right? So you're not a globetard. You're just a globehead. You're indoctrinated just like all the other children that believed in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny.
What did you say?
And all these other different things that the government and different adults have told you. So.
Yeah, but here's what's nice. You think you're right. There's $100,000 on the table that says you're not right and that you can't prove that you're right and that you live on a spinning ball. So this is real simple. I mean, most of the time you're wrong. You just gotta think about it. Wait, well, why am I wrong? Why am I right? Now there's $100,000 for you to get to work and figure out if the cartoon I blindly believed in my entire life is actually the reality with which we live it. So I'm
Drink.
gonna find Geo.
Yeah, we asked
Oh.
and answered.
Simply saying it's a cartoon that you believed in your whole entire life, and then versus the reality. Yeah, you're showing your, like Hillel said, you're showing your spectacular ability to be a fair and unbiased judge, just like
Yes,
Moscow.
asked and answered. Let it go.
Before he
Moving
gets
on.
too lost. That was awesome.
He's in the garage.
Your Instagram is Flat Earth Millionaire?
Flat Earth Millionaire.
And the YouTube channel is Flat Earth?
Flat Earth Millionaire.
And are you off anywhere onto like any of the D Lives or any of that yet? Or
No, I actually tried to join D Live and it wouldn't let me. It said the information, I created the profile, that put in my email address, did all that stuff, and they said the information you entered is incorrect. So I'm having trouble getting on D Live.
All right.
That's okay, but yeah, I'm
I
still on
downloaded
YouTube.
the app. I haven't got on there yet. But go follow him on YouTube. Go follow him on Instagram. Share this video. It's $200,000 or $100,000 on the table.
Yeah, it's technically 200,000. Hibbler Productions put out a
Whoa, Drake.
video.
I'm sorry, who?
Did he just say Hitler Productions?
Okay, because
He
yeah,
said
what I was
Hitler-
gonna
he
say,
said
what I
Hitler-
heard
he
is
said
Hitler
Hitler.
Productions.
Yeah.
He said Hitler.
Okay,
But I thought it was Globers and NASA that was full of the
He
Nazis.
loses the argument by default.
So he's a Nazi on top of everything else. Lovely.
So he's a NASA fanboy?
So,
Using
out
flat
of
Earth logic
curiosity,
here.
Out of curiosity, like when is this video from?
Like a couple days ago.
Yeah, just a few days ago.
All right, I got nothing better to do the next few days. Let's see what I can whip up.
Moving on.
That I basically mirrored, and I added another $100,000 to the video that he posted for anyone that can debunk and defuse the facts that were presented in his video.
Yeah. So
it's called Your Last Chance to Redemption. Is Hibbler Productions.
Last chance for redemption. I'm gonna look that up.
Put it out.
It's almost $250,000 on the table.
I think he said
guys.
Hitler.
Stop for a second. Like it's just marketing 101. Like don't call your thing Hitler Productions.
I think he was saying Hibbler, H-I-B-L-E-R.
No, he said Hitler.
I honestly, it doesn't matter. Like just like that shouldn't like again
Yeah.
marketing 101. You shouldn't make your thing like even like just maybe it's just the wind, but you shouldn't make it sound like Hitler Productions.
No, he unabashedly said Hitler Productions.
Honestly,
Well, I'm actually trying to verify this, but I searched for Last Chance to Redemption for Flat Earth, and I'm finding nothing matching that. Check videos.
What a world we live in.
Yeah.
How old is this video?
It's just from a couple days ago, yeah.
They may have been pulled because it might have been Hitler production.
I mean, I don't want to assume the worst, but it wouldn't surprise me.
And that would be something they would not want on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look at
Sean,
this.
I hope you're angrily typing off somewhere to
He is.
get to the truth.
I'm angrily clicking.
By the way, sorry for completely losing it there a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we may as well continue anyway while Sean does that.
Yeah, we only got 10
one-
seconds left, so.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
One shot at redemption. Hibbler Productions, Hibbler on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
But still, marketing 101.
Like,
But he did
still,
say Hitler.
I mean,
Yeah.
either way, let's just finish the 10 seconds for God's
On the
sake.
next video. Thanks for watching. Go follow Flat Earth Millionaire. Thanks for your time. Thanks for
That's it.
everything you're doing, dude. This
See you
guy's
guys.
the man, dude.
Keep it flat.
Peace.
Yeah,
Notice
last time
that
I'll say it,
the-
I am just totally convinced as to their unbiasedness.
Oh yes. I
Yeah.
just love it that they find at the end of the video they moved to where you can hear them. But during their challenge, reiteration of their challenge at the very end, they're standing in a way that you can't really hear half of what they're saying.
Well,
Thank
yeah,
God.
of
I'm
course.
just going to let the guy in my house so we can have clear audio.
Yeah, exactly.
I reckon he's going to sleep on his couch.
Oh yes.
No way, you think he'll let him inside?
He'll
We
let
might
the
get the
dog
garage.
inside, but
Hey,
Maybe after he has him fumigated for bed bugs.
Exactly, he has fleas, you won't let him in.
I wonder if he asked him how many shower heads he had.
yeah, I guess it's been such a long time since I've watched a recent Flat Earth video that I guess I just wasn't inoculated in the I really dislike when flat earthers pull that sort of shit. Gets me up in arms about it, and well.
What time is it? Oh goodness.
Quit asking me to change my
apologize
name.
for losing
Team
my
Skeptic said, "Yeah, I googled that Productions and didn't get anything. Now I'm probably on some sort of list for googling that." Yeah, probably.
Jess, go onto YouTube and search YouTube for HIBBLER. The exact title of the video he said comes up. It's in there.
Yeah,
Period.
I see it.
Still, I
Yeah.
snapped. I should not have done that.
Well, it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
would
over.
think of
Let's
all the things to
move on
snap
from
at, a couple of idiots drawing out a challenge which they've intentionally made to be difficult or if not impossible to fulfill. Like it's basically they're basically just talking. They're basically just patting each other on the back. Like, they have all the things to be mad about. This doesn't seem like it.
No,
Well,
they're just doing some like what was some self like reciprocating, mouth whatever the fuck it was the last video was.
Well, with that, we are going to wrap it up for the evening. I know it's still early. It's only 2:00 in the morning Eastern.
I'm tired.
Jeez, might
Yeah.
actually get some sleep before I have to get up tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to be up in about 4 hours for work, so I'm gonna have to call it. So,
I have to be off anyway, so even if we weren't done. I'm tired.
She's tired of holding the tornado back.
Yeah, so just
Where's
like I
his hand
said,
up still?
same things as before. Just all the stuff going on, new stuff coming out, new interviews and stuff like that. First interview is going to be the unnamed person, actor, dude, sir, whatever you want to call him, and then from there, no, from there it'll go into globe earthers and flat earthers and creationists and atheists and pretty much everybody.
Strickling?
Yes.
Could I potentially be interviewed?
Perhaps. We'll probably not do that one live.
No.
No,
Heavy
most of them are
editing
probably
required.
not going to be
Hi,
live.
Mom.
Good night, Mom NATO.
Night, guys.
Night.
But yeah, with that, there's some links in the description of the video here for the Discord and for the Patreon, and I didn't put the Teespring in there because I forgot. I'm a terrible host.
I noticed.
You know.
Hey, Jess.
Yeah. Hey, Jen.
People are asking to not have to look at Nathan Thompson's face.
True.
Yeah, do them that charity at least.
There.
So what?
Already done, Doorknob Head. Thank you, Doorknob Head. $2 super chat. Give you $2 to move off the guy's face. On it. Now you get a pug.
The longer he's there, the more damage someone could do to their monitor.
This is very true.
Oh yeah, there we go.
You have no clue how close I was to actually punching my monitor.
So
believe me, we would have known if that happened.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there would have been this very loud crunch as the monitor as a nice fist-sized hole through.
Yeah, his waveform would have had a peak and then suddenly dropped off to 0, and he would have exited from the chat.
So with that, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm going to do my best not to fail here. But we're good at that here. That's what we do here.
Still, yeah, sorry for losing my temper there.
It's all good.
Oh my god,
and,
that's
cute. Right? Isn't that cute? I like that one. And we'll see you guys next Friday. And keep a lookout for everything going on. Join the Discord if you want to see if there's anything new going on, or just to suggest anything, or say, hey, what the hell, or anything like that. And thank you very much.
We'll probably get a lot of the latter with Tornado's F6.
Probably. But thank you all for coming. Thank you to the newer panel members and the old members and the regular members and the irregular ones.
Hey, how you calling old?
Just Sean.
Oh,
I'm getting the worst evil eye right now. All right, guys.
I've now been allowed to rope out.
Have a good night, and we'll see y'all later.
Later, everyone.